Hello, welcome to the Cherry Blossom A event semifinals at the Potomac Curling Club in the National Capital Curling Center in Laurel, Maryland. So, this is the A event semifinals, so we only have 4 teams on the ice now, 2 games. So we have on the sheet A, we'll have Team Dunnam versus Petalpalooza. And on our feature sheet, sheet C, we'll have the Broomshooter Awakens versus Team Segovia. So they're just getting a little warmed up out there, and we'll say hello from the warm room. This is Ken Clark. I'm just starting the broadcast. We'll have a couple more people coming in, and I'll be leaving.
Well, thanks very much, Ken, and I'm Andy Ingles, and I'll be here with you tonight for the evening draw. As Ken said, A-event semifinals, so should have some good matches tonight. And we're going to be joined in a few moments by Paul and Kevin. We're going to add some fun to the booth. I say booth, we're really just in a room here, but we'll call it a booth.
The whole room is our giant booth.
That's right.
Not exactly one of those quiet things where you don't get any side noise.
The soundproofing could use some work. We'll say that. We'll say that.
Guess I should start the timer there if they're. You know how to do that, or should I?
Yeah, the teams have a time limit they're supposed to play with tonight, although this is the last draw of the night, so less of a concern than usual. And we're just getting underway here. First rock's happening as we're joined in the booth by Paul Luethy. Welcome, Paul.
Hey, Andy. What's going on?
Oh, we're just getting underway. Paul was just out helping prepare the ice, working double duty here.
Yeah, we're doing extra stuff for playoffs. We're running rocks and doing all the fun stuff to make the ice nice and super fast for the playoffs here.
Yeah, so they should have a good speed to get going, hopefully.
Yeah, I've got my stopwatch. We can compare.
All right.
For everybody who was on last night and isn't familiar, tonight is going to be a special edition of the Potomac Curling Club broadcast. It is going to be front end chat. Kevin Ames is going to join here in a second. Him and I pretty much only play front end. And then we have Andy, who can provide some analysis, I guess, for the back end. He does play that a lot. But our goal is to focus on the front end. But also, Andy is from Scotland, if you haven't been able to tell. So it's also, if you have a question for Andy, we have 8 people in the viewers. It's Ask the Scotsman tonight, too.
Oh, yes. No, I'll
any question about Scotland you can think of.
I will try to answer any question you might have.
So I'll open it, Andy.
Oh, sure.
Do you know Bruce Mouat?
Oh. Well, I'm sorry to say I don't know him personally. I don't know Bruce Mouat. But
I'm not saying it correctly.
It is, and I believe it is Mouat. I have actually seen him in an interview where he was directly asked, and he answered that Mouat was correct, which makes sense to me as a Scottish person. But no, I don't know him personally, unfortunately. But he is a darn good curler, I'll say that.
Where are you from in Scotland, Andy?
Oh, I'm from Edinburgh, which is actually where they play out of officially. Bruce Mouat's team, they play out of the Gogor Park Curling Club, I believe, which is in Edinburgh. I don't know where they actually live. They probably live elsewhere. But,
Yeah, I think a few of them have a farm and other things like that.
But it's not such a large country that you can't, if it's a few hours to drive to the club, they can do that.
All right, we have games on Sheet A and Sheet C. These are the A semifinals. On Sheet A, we have Petalpalooza versus Team Dunnam, heirs to the Dunnam fortune, as we discovered last night, even though they're not spelled the same. And on Sheet C, we have the Broomshooter Awakens, which is based out of Columbus, with a few subs. And we have Team Segovia, who's from the Curling Club of Houston. So we have quite a variety out here tonight.
Wow. It's a long way to travel. It's great to see people coming from out in Houston to curl here. That's fantastic.
Can we do, Ken, we've got the Wizard of Webcasts, can we do a split view of A and C only, since those are our only 2 games?
Yeah, we don't have the mid-sheet cameras on sheet A. The best I can do is the house view, so we'll switch to this occasionally. But
If we could leave this here, since these are 2 semifinals, if we can just leave a split view like this, I think we have people who want to watch both games. I definitely want to watch both games.
okay. Yeah, we can't change the cameras. I mean, we can't change what's over on this on the left side at all. But so we could switch back. I mean, if you wanted to show like the house on sheet C, then you think we're gonna have to switch to the all sheets or the house. But we can show this a lot of the time, I guess. So, I mean, you know how to run this, right? Well, I should leave anyway. So if you can do what you want to do.
Yeah, we'll see what happens here.
Yep. I'll.
Kevin should be coming by here to fulfill front end chat.
Yeah, you've done this before too, though. The controls are right.
Yes, but it's been a while.
Yep. So if.
Well, let's see what we got happening on C so far. It's still front end, so we can talk about it, right? So
it's true.
We've got a couple of yellows in there for Team Segovia, and Segovia does not have the hammer. Broomshooter Awakens has the hammer in this first end. So I'm gonna make contact here, but not gonna remove anything. Just gonna kind of shuffle things around. Sit out up front.
Speaking of Broomshooters, we just had one happen here in the warm room.
Oh, we already have a hi Andy and a hi Alyssa.
Brian Dauernheim is watching.
Oh, hi everyone.
Brian Dauernheim, otherwise known as Brian from Curling After Dark.
We'll try to put on a good show for you guys tonight.
We also have our front end on sheet A. Lauren is throwing her second rock right now. Her first one slipped a little deep, and then Team Dunnam tried to hit that out, but it looks like they hit and rolled a little too far and left in a couple.
Yeah, all yellow right now on the A.
Looks like the ice is pretty fast. Everything's slipping into the back house.
I'm going to leave it to you guys. Head out here. So.
All right, Ken. Have a good night.
Thanks so much, Ken, for all your work today.
And just make sure somebody hits the end stream.
We will. Leave it running all night long.
So a whole bunch of yellow accumulating on C here for Segovia. So Broomshooter Awakens got to do something about this. I don't know whether they're just trying to play takeout here or just play a freeze down to the pocket of the 2 yellows on the side.
Sweepers on hard for sheet A. Those are the front end sweepers. Sweeping really well, keeping this nice and straight for the hit. Doing their job. Although, oh no, it's going to slide right by. That just means the third was too narrow, right?
Well, because the front end is, you know.
Yeah, they swept their asses off right there.
They did what they had to do. I see how this goes. I see how this goes. All right, so we're into third stones here on C. So I'll be really interested to see how the sweeping is on this one.
We're not going to be able to keep this up for an entire game, are we?
It might be a challenge. It might be a challenge. We may occasionally have to talk about what's happening in the house.
All right. Sweepers on sheet A, letting that go, letting the judging go. I just got a 13-second hog-to-hog.
13 seconds, so that is not...
And that's going to slip all the way to the back house.
So a bit hard to say there because that was an inside-out shot, so speed might be quite a bit different going outside into the button.
Team Dunnam wanting to continue the hit game here. Sweepers just ready to keep that straight. That's all they say. We'll hold it.
Well,
Brian says there's been a tricky line on sheet A where all those hits have been missed.
Well, knowing sheet A, that does not surprise me to hear that.
Yeah, it's the wall sheet.
Yeah. The whole sheet's a tricky line if you ask me. Wow, and that's a miss there.
So 2 misses by Dunnam here, by Andy Dunnam. Leaves Petalpalooza sitting 4 shots here in the house. Over on sheet C, looks like Team Segovia's got 2, but they're out-counted. There's a nice wide open red, though.
Yeah, hit till I3. Seems to be yellow is the right color to choose so far. Be interested to see if they try and roll underneath guard or whether they prefer to just stay open here.
Sweepers gave it their all on sheet A to try to keep that guard going straight and to get it far enough, but it just overcurled a little too much. We have Kevin Ames joining us very shortly here. He's grabbing beverage. He's sitting down. He might want to eat first. I suppose we should let him eat. He hasn't eaten all day. He's been on a hunger strike until front-end chat. Hi, Kevin.
Hello. Oh, I see Brian's on the chat.
Brian is always on the chat. He's either here or he's on the chat.
Already up to 11 viewers. Welcome, everyone.
The sweepers did a great job there. That was actually a really nice throw.
A couple of good sweepers on sheet A.
So what's happening on C?
Looks like they're going for a draw.
Sweeper's not touching it so far. Try to get it down into that pocket there, but needs to curl. Well, they're pretty happy.
Also have a 13-second on that one.
And it's just going to be a little tap here, I think, into the pocket.
Rob's joined us again. Says good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Where is Rob where it's morning?
I think he's in New Jersey, New York, something. East Coast somewhere, right?
I don't know what time zone New Jersey's on.
It's other side of the world, right?
Pretty much.
I think so.
All right.
Going for the freeze on A, yeah?
Yeah. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Really nice.
Sweepers get it there.
That's a really good shot.
It says my brain hurts, sorry. It's a little later than morning.
I mean, he did mention last night he's working on a dissertation, so.
Yeah, that's right.
So we got the first of the skip stones coming up on C. Get our first look at Team Segovia. Skip thrower. Skip thrower? That's not the right English for that. The skip. First look at their delivery.
The thrower of the skips.
I mean, Andy doesn't speak English. He speaks Scottish, so.
Did you already ask him if he knows Bruce Mallet?
You can ask him again.
That has been asked and answered.
Are you related to Eve Muirhead?
Not as far as I'm aware.
Only in curling skill.
Very, very poor distant relation in that case. No. I do not know Eve, sadly, or Bruce.
What about Bobby? It seems like you would know Bobby Lammy.
Well, to be honest, at this point, I could probably be his dad. So, you know, I may never play for Scotland. It's hard for me to say it, but it might be true.
Have you ever been to Isla Craig?
No, you can't really go there, if I understand it. For those listening, that is the island where the granite for the curling stones comes from, if you're not familiar. But it's an uninhabited island, and it's a wildlife reserve, so there's like endangered birds there. And so you can't just go there. You need like special permission to go to the island. Even the people who mine the granite need special permission to go.
From the birds, or?
Well, you have to protect the habitat. So.
Yeah, I mean, do we have to bargain with the birds to take their granite?
I mean, maybe you make a trade, you know, that sort of thing. I don't know exactly how it works.
Yeah, it's all secretive, I see. Another Broomshooter.
Another Broomshooter here in the warm room. Seems to be popular.
We got Ben Kean here on C, is about to throw his first skip stone.
It is much different in here tonight in the warm room than it was last night.
It
was dead last night.
Yeah, it's hopping in here. I mean, it is like an hour and a half earlier.
True.
And everybody is excited because in 14 minutes, it's raffle time.
And Brian's not here, so generally more people come when he's not here.
Strong words, strong words.
He's probably not listening anymore, so it's okay.
Dang it.
So looks like it's over curling here on C. Was looking to make the tap back, I think, on the yellow, but going to hit the red first and kind of spill them all around.
Meanwhile, over on sheet A, we'll let Kevin update that, but there was a team with hammer was Petalpalooza, and they got their 2. So 2 for yellow, starting the way that some of us who have rooting interest on that sheet would like to see it go.
Yeah, I'm happy with that outcome so far.
And look at that. That's a perfect center guard. I mean,
that is actually a perfect center guard. That is
Kevin, can you change that? I mean, we got to see that center guard.
Where? How do
he explained it to you.
let's see.
Wrong one. There you go. Look at that perfect center guard on sheet A.
Yeah.
But now you got to go back to the whatever you did for this mixed view. Except you got to switch the.
We got a little complicated setup here because we're only running 2 sheets. And,
that looks right.
No, I think that might be A's house now.
Yeah, that's what we want.
Oh, okay.
all right.
I just press buttons.
So yeah, they're already in the second.
And yeah, I mean, you could just push them all and see what happens, right?
Still in the open there on A. Should be a straight takeout here from the lead.
So, Andy, is that like a pressure move to try to throw behind the center guard then if you have hammer? Like to try to pressure the team without hammer?
I would say it's like a lower risk way of playing. So you're ahead in the game. You don't need to score your 2. You want to make sure you score, so you get in there first.
But red is behind, 2-0 on sheet A.
Oh yes, you're right.
On C.
And so there's
so they would have an incentive to maybe throw a corner guard there, right? But if it's early in the game, maybe they felt like they didn't need to really go for it just yet. Just play solid. But yeah, I think in that situation, I would have considered a corner guard. And then try and use that instead of going straight around.
You know who's really good at throwing corner guards?
I imagine you are. Well.
Oh, I was just going to say leads in general. Kevin's actually very much better at that than me.
It's surprisingly tricky because throwing it sort of center line out, it's very easy to over curl it and have something that's quite not very useful, right?
Is this hammer? Yeah, this is hammer on C.
Yeah, let's take a look at this.
Looks like he's just drawing.
Yeah, draw for 2, I believe. Don't think there's a way to get anything more.
Let's see, you get a time here.
Draw the button should be a good one to time.
So far, the ice here, without running rocks, has taken about 2.5 to 3 ends to speed up all the way. But since we ran rocks, I imagine maybe 1 end, 1.5 ends.
They're really working this one. I don't think it's got the legs.
15-3 as the time here.
That's probably not going to make it yet. 15-3 is short of the house at the moment.
Just 1 red.
1 red for the Broomshooter Awakens.
I think maybe later on that might have made it into the rings, but not yet. So pretty clean on sheet A so far, exchanging hits. Somebody's going to try and get in behind this guard.
Andy, how much does it rain in Scotland? Because everyone seems to say that it rains all the time. So is that true?
It doesn't rain all the time. It rains frequently, but it's often a light drizzle, so you know. So here in the DC area, we typically have sunshine or a thunderstorm. But in Scotland, it's not really like that. It's like gray, drizzly. And the sun does come out occasionally.
closer to like Seattle.
Yeah, I think Seattle. Yeah, it's quite similar climate to that, the maritime climate.
Makes sense.
Yeah, they're kind of same longitude, right? That's the right
Oh, you
line
mean
across the.
latitude is north-south.
Yeah,
The
so
ladder.
yeah.
So latitude. Well, actually,
No, longitude going across the world, right? About the same height?
longitude is left to right around the Earth, and then latitude would be.
I don't remember.
Climb the ladder. Latitude.
Yeah, so
I'm a
latitude.
microbiologist. I'm not a geologist or not even geologist, a geographer.
Well, at the risk of leaning too far into geography, so Edinburgh is actually quite a bit north of Seattle. It's sort of mid-Canada. It's
Okay.
it's more like Edmonton, but because of the climate, it's not nearly as cold.
Rob, yes, you are correct. Leads are the best. Have to agree.
Yeah, I think it was John Cullen from Canada. He was also a lead who said something about leads are the culture on the team. And he also said then seconds are the worst player, thirds, vice skips are the best player, and then skips are the stars. So I think you would agree with that, huh, Kevin?
Yeah, I agree.
I'm gonna no comment on that one.
Though there's a question for you, Andy, from I believe probably it's from a Johnson. It might be Cody Johnson. Who knows? If curling was developed in Scotland and Canada, why does it use imperial units, feet, for the rings?
Well, I imagine that's because it was developed quite a long time ago, and in Scotland we switched to metric relatively recently, so you're talking like the 70s or something. And even now, actually, we still mix the units together a lot. So a lot of things are measured in both sets of units depending on the context.
I just got a 13-4 on sheet C, and this is going to end up.
So not quite up to speed yet. 13-4 is not super quick. But that's a great draw, I must say, on C, right behind the guard. Short run back, short distance between the two stones, though, so good chance for double. And that is what they're going to attempt. No guards in play. Not sure if that's what the lead's intended, but no guards in play.
Oh no, that stone on sheet A just cut really hard towards the end after it crossed the hog line. And sweepers had to do the best they could, but it was a little tap.
Still not a bad position there for a Petalpalooza, which I have trouble saying. Because they got both of the guards out front and there's nothing in the house. So just removed one of the redstones here on C. I think we'll see a guard going up. Try and get it. Previous stone was in top 12. We'll try and get this one a little further up so it's in the guard zone and not in the rings.
5 minutes away from raffle time. Andy or Kevin, did you put any tickets in for raffles?
I did not.
No, I did not this time.
I didn't either.
I don't like to gamble.
Just accumulating guards over on A right now. Attempted draw came
That's
up
what I'm talking about.
light.
Yeah, guards are kind of the best shot out there, I think,
Love me some guards.
especially if you're a lead.
I love guards, but I like to be guarding something.
Bo asked, is it a draw to the 3.658 meter?
Doesn't have quite the same ring to it, I suppose, does it? So guard did go up on C, but it only covered about half of the rock or even less, so they are going to have a go at this. Probably just a hack to bumper weight.
I think they're going to try to play a tap on A.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Bo. Throw more guards. We had a pretty fun time yesterday counting all the guards.
This tap's
Here's
looking
the
pretty good here.
tap.
Straight back.
To the top four? Yep,
Yeah,
it does
nice
touch in the
shot.
top four. I mean, it was by a third, so, but the real stars were the lead and second, sweeping it
Yeah.
there.
Meanwhile,
Sweepers made that
good
shot.
take out there on C as well, but stays in the open. So
I don't think there was many sweeping on that, so
yeah, could have been more
could have been a
sweeping.
fantastic shot had
Yeah.
it been swept.
See if they can return the favor. think the sweepers, they really have to go on this one, to be honest. It's tight for line. It's tight for line. Got to get past the guard.
Yeah, got past
Wow.
it. That's some great sweeping.
Just chips it out.
All
Loses
front
it.
end right there.
Front end did their best, but couldn't hold the shooter, so
All Chris Cramer sweeping that.
chance for a free draw here.
Meanwhile, on sheet A, looks like Team Dunnam tried to play a run back and only succeeded in replacing the guard.
Well, this is interesting on C here. It looks like they're actually going to peel
That is interesting.
and I guess go for the blank,
Yeah.
deciding that it's not setting up very well. Got to hit it though.
They got a kiss. Just rearranged it. Now you got a corner guard.
Yeah, that actually worked out.
Maybe that's what they wanted all along.
Oh, yeah. Well, it certainly worked out for them.
Looks like on sheet A, they're just going to go for a draw. Put another one into the house here. I didn't see where they wanted. I don't know if maybe they're thinking like top 12 to block the draw path on that side.
Yeah, that would be a good spot, I think. Maybe tuck a piece. So on C here, we've got the old draw behind the corner guard without hammer situation going on. So I actually think he's not going to go around the corner guard. He's going to keep it open. Which I think is probably
Here 3-4 on the ice. It sounds like they just wanted a 3, but it's going to be a 4 on sheet A. Might over curl too much here and tap that red guard. Yep, and that's what we see. But it blocks the path.
yeah, and leaves them kind of staggered, so not very usable for Dunnam. Well,
Andy, the stone conversion measurement is 19.0509 to 19.9581 kilograms. Much easier to remember than like what, 38 to 44 pounds, something like that.
yeah, right. Yeah. We could use kilograms for the rocks. I mean, that would be legit, I think. Especially because over there, pounds is also currency, which makes it doubly confusing. Oh, this one's going to sail through, I think, on C. It's just got too much.
I think the ice is starting to speed up here.
Yeah, players have to adjust. So the red is not buried by the guard. It is mostly open, but now I think we're going to see probably a draw to the top 12, top 8, so I kind of Christmas tree it, cut things off.
Big weight coming on sheet A.
Trying to get through the little port here.
And they
Just
do.
kissed one of the yellows and still got through.
Got the run back, but lost the shooter. Or not the shooter, but lost the run, the stone they ran back. The shooter stayed up as a guard.
Good shot, but still a free draw opportunity.
Strangely, a stone measurement, like the unit of measurement, stone.
Oh, that's a weight measurement.
Yeah,
that's
that
right.
is apparently 14 pounds, so a curling stone weighs 3 stones.
Yeah, that kind of works. How much does your stone weigh? Oh, 3 stones. Yeah, that's how, if you'll ask, well, how much do you weigh? Like, you go to the doctor and he's like, how much do you weigh? You'd say it in stones. Which makes no sense to anyone really, but that's what we do. So tricky draw coming here on C for Segovia. The rocks are not set up in our way for where the freeze is easy. Got to try and make a good freeze here. Try and angle freeze the red that's further back in the house would be ideal.
They're going to play another tap on A. They do, and they run it right straight back, but it's open
In
the
gap,
port.
Yeah. And once again going through the house on C, just not adjusting to the faster speed here.
I imagine what's happening, Andy, is that the front end is saying, hey guys, the weight's speeding up a little bit here. You need to adjust, and the back end being who they are, probably saying, nah, it's fine. I'm going to throw what I threw last end.
Front end knows best.
Communication is important, right? That's right.
The front end always knows the right way.
Even if they're wrong, they know it's right.
So we're trying to go through the port here on A. Dunnam. Trying to hold it. I think they might be on the guard.
Nope, right through.
Right through.
And they're going to roll out.
They want to roll out there
and
for the blank.
Lose the shooter, yep. So that's the blank end on sheet A.
Really nice throw there.
Mark it 0, Kevin.
Mark it 0.
Meanwhile, looking pretty good here for Broomshooter Awakens without the hammer, but 2 in there. Awkward positioning for the opponents, and probably Ben about to throw another one here, try and make it even more difficult.
Kevin, now you have to click buttons to figure out how to change the house there.
Okay, hold on.
There you go. You got it all figured out.
So this is going to come up as a guard, and it is going to...
I think so. It's 16-6, and it's stopping pretty early.
Just fully buries both of those reds now. But still a chance to draw in there, freeze, corner freeze.
Good looking house for Broomshooter Awakening. They must be waking up.
Awakening, you might say.
I would say they are wide awake.
They are awakening.
You know, it's almost lined up like a Broomshooter right there in a line.
Oh,
4 stones in a row.
interesting. Yeah, you're right.
I wonder if they would do a Broomshooter on the ice, just come out. And
Oh, yes. Well, I'm not here for ice tomorrow, so you have fun with that.
No Broomshooters on the ice, guys. We don't do that.
I mean, they could do it on the catwalk.
Do Drambuie on the ice.
If they're careful.
All right, it is 8:33. Where are those raffles?
Each of these teams are in the final tomorrow, right? It's just
Yes,
a matter
so
of A or D.
So the winners of these games go to the A final on sheet B at some hour that I'm not remembering. I think it's closer to noon. And then the losers of these games will play each other in the D final on sheet D. That looks heavy from Rachel over on sheet A.
Yeah, so corner guard went up this time on A in the third end. And I think that's because the first stone from Petalpalooza went into the house instead of staying as a guard.
And they chose to ignore it this time rather than hit it out.
Exactly, yeah.
Ding,
Stopping
ding,
as a
ding.
guard, though.
There, it's time for raffles.
So a really good draw there here on C, Team Segovia.
Yeah, that is nice.
That's exactly where they needed it.
Looks heavy on sheet A.
Yeah, going for a straight draw, I assume here, but
Yeah,
it
they're
looks
trying to
like
draw behind,
that's
and I've got 12-6, so
that's going to be all the way through.
little wick they were hoping for, but, well, at least from this angle, it looked like there could be a wick, but we're looking at it sideways.
Yeah, I think that's what this front end was trying to do there, trying to make the best of it.
What am I trying to win, Brian? I don't know, whatever Lauren put tickets in, because then I get to benefit from whatever she put tickets in. So hopefully she put tickets in a bunch of beer, because I would drink all the beer she brought home.
I didn't know you liked beer.
No, never.
Yeah, never seen you drink.
Just water for me.
Oh, this looks heavy on C here. I think this is going to go straight through.
Yeah.
Trying to push it over,
It's not going to move
but
enough.
it's not going to. Yeah.
Bo, they might have said your name for the first raffle ticket.
So,
Maybe.
chance for 2 here for Segovia all of a sudden, despite the good setup that Broomshooter Awakens had.
Yeah.
Skips juice on the cards. That's why they pay the back end the big bucks sometimes.
Yeah. The average curler skip salary is, I think, like $500K.
I mean, yeah,
for a half
if you can
season,
get a
yeah.
gig, it's lucrative. That's definitely.
Bo said he didn't buy any.
Well, though it sounded like your name, but we have headphones on, so it's hard to tell.
see a double attempt here on A. Try and remove those 2 yellows in the house. Looks close. Just the one.
Yeah, close.
Meanwhile, the skip last rock is coming in here on C for Segovia. Just needs to get into the 4 foot for 2.
Looks pretty good. They're just keeping it clean.
Now they've just seen this, so they should be pretty close. Front end looking confident.
I think it's
going
gonna
now.
choke up a little bit.
Yeah, not gonna get there.
Oh, it's just gonna grind down there to halt. Not quite.
Trading ones.
Andy, did you watch the Olympics this year?
I did, yes. I watched a lot of the curling or the Olympics.
Did you notice some of the new sweeping techniques they were using in the Olympics this year?
Well, let me see. There's definitely seems to be more emphasis on pressure rather than speed in terms of the directional component, right?
Yeah, I saw that, especially like the Scottish and the Swedish teams. They were using a technique where they, 2/3 of the way down between hog to hog, would just keep a steady pressure with no sweeping and then would jump on it after about 2/3. So instead of doing post to post jump, sweeping hard.
Yeah, it's quite interesting to see what the pros are, the evolution of that. But it's hard for us at the club level to do, to have the same effect, right? They're so much fitter and stronger, and they have the technique. So
I mean, I could try it. It's not going to do anything. Peeling guards on sheet A. I like peeling guards. Peeling guards are fun.
I did notice a lot more people, in the Olympics sweeping, walking backwards in front of the stone.
We have seen Andy Dunnam do that already this end.
Yeah.
Or not end, but this game.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we don't have the camera to be able to do the thing. Though the side-to-side rule is gone. It's been gone for a while. You can sweep in whatever direction you want as long as you do not damage the ice, and you must finish to the side is really pretty much the rule.
Yeah, there's really not a lot that you can't do anymore, right? It's very, very permissive. Yeah, the sweeping backwards is interesting because it's not something we would typically teach at the club, mostly just because we don't want people walking backwards on the ice, right? But when you're at that level, you can do it if it works. But
so I got 14-4 on this shot from Courtney that finished top 4. It had quite a bit of sweeping, but ice is definitely speeding up.
Good draw coming in here on C, right behind the guards. Really nice. Right into the 4 foot, just slipping to the back 4, but really good shot from the front end there.
Interesting shot coming up on A.
Is he trying to
run,
big run
double? Or no, just the one red. Yeah, running that red back and trying to get the double out of the yellows.
It does look like a double run, actually.
Coming with like 6.5 second, 7-second wait.
So yeah, big weight coming up, and he should be close. We'll see.
I got 6.8, so
just not quite.
Yeah, didn't come over enough.
But it opened it up.
Yeah.
Which now Courtney the third is going to be able to throw a guard, I would imagine. Yep, a guard, which is a front end shot. That's not a back end shot.
Yeah, I don't know what they think they're doing.
Yeah, could also play a hit and roll here on the red, but of course if you don't make the roll, then
you could double the yellow out before they do
it. An interesting option.
Yeah,
interesting option.
Get in their head. They are going for the hit.
Yeah, but it's sort of a bit safer. Right? At least you remove the red.
No, I don't think they're going, unless they changed. They were going for the guard.
Yeah, I think they changed their mind there, and they are going for the hit and roll.
Sweeper's not touching it. Rachel's trying to put some curl.
She'll get it.
Yeah.
And not enough finish to be in, but
yeah,
that's all right.
Let's see if they can get this double.
Another nice draw by Broomshooter Awakens. It's open, but it's a nice draw. Got it. Nice weight by their front end. By the lead.
Yeah.
The culture. Andy going for another hit over here on A.
Yep.
Lower weight. Not a 6.8 second peel. More like a looks like 10-second shot here. Control weight.
Yeah, it wants to stick around, so but it doesn't
touch his ball.
Doesn't quite curl up enough. but moves it to the back 8, so definitely more room now. And there still is a corner guard there. You can't see on the house camera, but it is there.
Nicely.
That's just going to tap it back on C just a little bit.
Good shot, though. Nicely parried.
Yeah, tough to do much about that yellow now. Try to come at it with hack weight, you probably just jam at the back, so
yeah.
Go for the peel probably now.
Trying to do the run back.
Peel, yeah, run back actually with that ice.
Yeah, taking a fair bit of ice here. So
no, that is quite a bit.
Not sure exactly what the call was. Maybe trying to.
He motioned backwards, but.
Maybe just trying to promote that yellow in to give them 2 in the 4-foot for the other team.
Or maybe, yeah, not sure exactly what the
it's pretty wide
line was, but I think it's just gonna.
It's 9-8. It's gonna take their own.
Oh.
You know what? It did exactly what he wanted.
Well, that.
Yeah, wow.
I think that was the called shot.
I think it wasn't, and the sweepers got it there. They saw the better shot.
Well, they're going to take it, at least. It's an interesting one there.
Laura a little light on sheet A. I think they were trying to split under the guard there, leaving an open hit for Scott Dunnam.
It is definitely shenanigans, Brian. That's one of those shots, if you're the other team, you're just like, come on.
No, you love to see that.
Oh,
not when you're against it either.
Yeah.
But, so yeah, chance on A for Dunnam to kind of, make his 2.
Oh no, on sheet C they're gonna be a little wide, but get the double. Unintentional.
Not quite.
Nope.
It's all happening on C right now. Yeah, it's. So there's two little annoying reds at the back 12 now. That's shouldn't really be a big factor, but they do accumulate, and then can be very annoying to deal with. Hit and roll coming up here, I think, for Dunnam. No, hits it on the nose.
You think they try to blank again if Petalpalooza can hit this and stay in?
I think they might. It's the third end. I mean, the tradition of curling strategy, right, is you try to score in the even ends, right, with the hammer. So, but on the other hand, it's only an 8-end game, and
yes, but this is the Cherry Blossom Bonspiel.
The Cherry Blossom.
We do have 2 Olympic trials participants playing right now on the ice.
Yeah, quite amazing, really. It's fantastic to see.
That's just how important this game or this Bonspiel is.
I suspect we would see a blank attempt. That's what I'm going to say if this is left open.
I think in terms of them wanting to either get to the Olympics or get to A event final Cherry Blossom, I would say Cherry Blossom first.
Yeah,
Olympics
tough call, but I think just the Cherry Blossom edges it.
Yeah.
Because, there'll always be another Olympics, but...
Yeah. Never know what's going to happen with Cherry Blossom.
That's a nice shot, and it rolls behind.
Yeah, it might be the force now.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yep.
Just going to draw.
He has backing, though.
Yeah, it should be a relatively routine shot.
And sheet C, still got those
Broomshooter Awakening threw a heavy draw through the house.
Yeah, really important to try and get this one buried now, and I think it's too light.
Yeah, they're really on it, and it's curling a lot.
So, running out of rocks to make a good one here.
Another guard.
It's a guard's guard right there.
Yeah, guard in the guard.
A little bit of a stagger as well.
Yeah, and you're right, Bo. The Dunnams have had a slow start to almost every game during this Bonspiel, and then they really pick it up. So we'll see if that holds true today or tonight.
Sweeper is going hard on it from the beginning here on A.
I have 14-4 as the time.
Should be close then.
Looks good.
And it's just fine.
Yep.
Got to slow down, in fact, but it'll be all right.
Yeah, Courtney already kicks away. It's not going to go any past the back 8.
That's a good force there for Petalpalooza.
So nobody quite managing to get the rocks buried here on C, so chance for hit and roll. Well, a lot of ice taken, so want to try and cross the face here and get underneath the guards if you can. Not touching it at all. It's definitely not getting to the inside. It's going to just roll to the outside.
Enough to get it out.
Still a good shot.
Yeah, jam's possible back there.
Very high guard comes in on A. A little bit higher than they would like, I think. Unless maybe the plan is to throw a second one further in.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to get jammed, though.
Self-jam.
Self-jam. You just got jammed.
Here comes a hit on C.
Trying to make this roll this time.
Sweeping it already.
This could be that jam you were talking about. I think it.
Self-jam.
And the question is, whose second shot here?
Yeah, let me switch it over to the
'Cause that makes all the difference.
C house.
So it looks like Red's
Red.
1 and 2 from the looks of it.
Yeah.
First stone for Petalpalooza's lead, slipping to the back of the house there.
I wonder if we might see a tight guards one here, but it looks like they're going in.
Yeah, that way.
13-7.
Yeah, definitely in.
Oh, I just won something, apparently. I don't remember putting my name on anything, but...
So, hit and roll coming up here for Segovia. You can try and roll under the guard, but you will probably cause a jam at the back.
Yeah.
Probably about a control weight hit there.
So it might try and roll to the outside. But you really want to make sure you're shot here. Force the others to play at you. This might hang out a little bit too much. Might roll out.
Spill out.
They're going to lose the shooter, yeah.
Got to get the red out. I don't know if they did. No, I think it's still in there at the back.
Yeah, wow. That's unfortunate. Let's look at this C house real quick, yeah. It's not shot or second.
Yeah, that's the question is who is shot is it might be yellow. I can't see anymore because of where the vice is standing. But
So it turns out I won a raffle basket. I didn't put any tickets in, so Lauren must have put it in. I won the Dune basket. So it was for all the Dune books. And then
she put in for that?
I think she put in for the spice.
Oh, spice melange.
The spice. They know about the spice.
so you're going to be flying a spaceship across the galaxy soon? Is that how it's going to go?
I have no clue what happens in those books. I've never read them. Kevin, though, is a huge Dune fan.
I've only read the first book, though. There's a lot of them in that series.
Yeah.
He's watched the movie about 100 times. Don't let him lie
It's
to
a
you.
good
This is
movie.
true,
I'll
yeah.
grant you that.
I'm really hoping it does well tonight. Or tomorrow night, sorry, in the Oscars.
So
Here we go.
pretty boring. I don't think it'll do well.
Boring is usually better for the Oscars.
That's true.
But there is some stiff competition.
You heard it here first. If you want to win the Oscar, make a boring movie.
Make it
Well,
boring
what's
for the
the-
general population.
What's the stiff competition for that?
I can't remember the name. They're talking about some movie that I haven't seen. That's the main competition.
Because it was boring,
sweeping
right?
the
So that's why you
Oscars.
haven't watched it.
Correct. But Dune was not boring.
Dune was pretty boring. Got 14-2.
Should be close here. This is a really good-looking draw
Yeah.
from Ben.
14-2, 14-3 on that for C. Finishes right on the T line. Or
Really
just behind it, right? Yeah.
Pretty nice. Would have loved it just a foot higher, but a really good shot nonetheless.
It gets weird around Children of Dune. Not sure it's worth reading after that one. There you go, Kevin, some advice from our audience.
Yeah.
Thanks, Drew.
Well, I seem to remember at some point, like, the Emperor turns into like a giant worm person. I really didn't read all of them, but it does get pretty strange.
Yeah.
What's the fascination with worms in these books?
The Shahulud is the sandworm that is, kind of native to the Dune Desert. You know, they control the Dune Desert. And they're kind of worshipped by the Fremen.
But don't people ride the worms?
The Fremen do, yeah.
It reminds me of, those worms just remind me of the worms from Beetlejuice. That's all I think.
They're going to hit the guard here on A.
Oh.
No, they got
no,
around it
does get
because
by.
the front end is sweeping it hard
But still,
Oh, but over curled at the end there.
just,
and rolls out. Two
Yeah,
yellows
wow.
sticking around.
oh dear.
Sheet C.
I don't think that has enough on sheet C.
Yeah.
No, the Vice is coming out to try and make it go, but never a good sign.
Drew says, surprisingly, the Emperor becoming a godworm isn't the least weird part.
That's good to know.
That is very surprising.
Yes.
Not sure I want to go that far into the books. I don't think the movies will get that far either.
For everyone who wanted to know what the actual prize is, because we were saying about the spice, it's actually, so it's the books, I think the movie, and then 3 small jars of spices from a spice store.
Ah, okay. I see.
16-2 on the stone that Lauren just threw, this guard, that no one can see because it's too far up from the sheet of the camera.
It is just off the central line on A.
It's like a 3 guard, right? It's like
Yeah,
a
2-3, 2-3.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right on the boundary.
2.5.
That's a good one. 2.5.
So Broomshooter Awakening here are going to try to get,
Scott just yelled 14-4.
is this
Andy.
Hammer for C?
So 14-4 for T, I imagine, is what he's looking for.
I'm going to check C house real quick on here. So this looks like a draw for 2.
We have 21 people watching. I think it's because of the weird Dune and other stuff we're talking about, not the curling.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like this is for 2. Just got to get, well, really just full 12.
Yeah, full
does it?
12.
I'm just trying to decide which way to go.
I got 13-7 on Andy's, but that can't be right because it's not going
No,
through.
it's-
For everybody who's watching, we do have Andy, and he has volunteered to participate in Ask a Scotsman. So continue asking your questions about Scotland.
I'll certainly do my best.
Does everybody in Scotland drink scotch?
No, definitely not everybody. We actually export a lot of it because, you know, it's all over
popular,
here. It's
yeah.
popular.
I've heard of it.
You've heard of it. That's good. Yeah.
What is the most popular beverage, alcoholic or non-alcoholic, in Scotland?
Oh, gosh. That
Pepsi.
depends on the
Pepsi.
context. I mean, if you're hungover, it's probably Iron Brew.
Oh, they're sweeping this
But
hard on C.
I
I'm not
guarantee
sure.
you don't really want to drink Iron Brew.
It wasn't that bad when you had it a couple years ago here.
We bought like a 12-pack, and it took about a year for them all to disappear.
Ben Kean is light again on his hammer stone. Now only gets 1. They're double checking now, but that looks like with their green, it's just
Just
1.
peeling the guard on sheet A. And Scott asked if they just put it right back.
Yeah, he's in the steal position right now, so just guard it up. I mean, it's back 4, so pretty good chance Petalpalooza to count it, but a force is a good result for Dunnam here.
So that's the most popular non-alcoholic beverage. What's the most popular alcoholic beverage in Scotland?
That's a tough one. That's a tough one.
Just a quick shout out to sweepers on sheet C. It's always fun when you have to sweep end to end on a draw that doesn't get there, and then you got to hop down and try to throw a guard.
Oof.
This one's got to stop. It's coming in a little too deep
On sheet
on A, sorry. Yeah, sorry. They're going to actually tap their own here, so want to get a little bit of separation, I think, but they're...
Is there a double?
Well, there's a pocket for sure.
If you hit those, do they Jeremy Jam?
I don't know if you can make a double because there's a guard just out of shot.
Andy, there's a question for you. There's a Ask a Scotsman question.
Oh, wow.
The question is, why is haggis?
Why
does
is
it
haggis?
exist?
Well, okay, all right. I'll give you the serious answer because, you know, we can be serious here, so...
We're always serious here. This is the Cherry Blossom Bonspiel.
Well, it comes from the days where you used all the animal because, you know, you didn't have that much resources, right? You had to eat every available source of nutrition on the
Really
animal.
nice tight 3-guard on sheet C, by the way.
So you would use the stomach of the sheep as the vessel, and then you would cook the other items of the haggis in that stomach, which would be the heart, lungs, and the liver. And it was a good
Gets
way
it
of using
through.
up the less good ingredients.
They throw a run back on C. It doesn't hit exactly where they want, but they do get rid of one of them and it'll keep it open. So that's the serious answer. We've been asked for no serious answers.
Oh dear, I'm not sure I'm
Torture
I'm not
people?
sure I'm very good at unserious.
Yeah.
I might have to work on that.
It is now a rite of passage. At your teenage years in Scotland, you must consume a certain number of haggis or you have to leave the country.
Well, I did leave the country, but it wasn't for
Oh, sure.
I don't think it was because of the haggis. We don't actually eat it all that often, to be honest with you. It's kind
I
of
can't imagine that's something you would choose to eat.
It's kind of a tourist thing.
Yeah.
More tradition than anything else, I suppose. And, you know.
It's like going to, well, never mind, I'm not going to say that. No offense.
Yeah, it's like a ceremonial, traditional dish. You wouldn't eat it regularly, day to day.
Kind of like eating Old Bay in Maryland, I suppose.
Yeah, exactly. So on A, what we got going on here, guys? Drawing to sit 2.
It's 13-8, so it's going to slip in pretty deep.
Gonna need the backing
it's
there.
got a lot of speed. But yeah, they got that yellow.
Saying no bounce, but it will bounce a little bit.
And on C,
Drawing around.
it looks like they put a lot of weight to that, though.
They're sweeping it. They want the draw, but this is really curling.
It's gonna be all over those center guards, it looks like. Yep.
Yeah.
If they can roll it
Might
on.
have still been heavy.
Maybe just roll it. Well, roll it for a corner, which is not bad.
They do have hammer, so yeah.
But a bit of a challenging field of guards out front now. Hard to find a good draw path for either team. So looking at the hit and roll here, spin. But it's hard to get the roll underneath because there's not much space past the guard.
We got some of that separation going on with the red side and the yellow side like last night.
Mm-hmm.
So red should only throw on the one half of the sheet and then leave yellow the other side. Yeah.
A couple ends last night, that's what was happening.
It was pretty much every game for the first 2-3 ends, yeah.
Oh, looks like there was a burn on.
No, he stopped it because it would have been a free guards up violation, I believe.
Ah, yes, that's right. Yes. Looks like I was just going to nose the guard.
Yeah.
And that is not.
Great hit from Laura there. Hits
That
it
was
just
very
off
nice.
center, doesn't Jeremy Jam, and rolls over. So that there is a potential Jeremy Jam if Dunnam runs it straight back.
But they'll still be sitting 1-2.
Yeah. I mean, that's the plan.
Yeah.
Andy, have you ever touched a bagpipe?
Have I ever touched a bagpipe?
Has one ever touched you?
Have you held one in your hands?
I've certainly heard them a lot.
Yeah, so we didn't say have you been touched by the music of bagpipes. We've asked have you held or used a bagpipe in any way?
I don't think I have, actually. I don't think I've ever held a bagpipe. I don't think so. Seems like it would be a memorable experience. Oh, the good-looking draw coming in
Yeah,
here.
that moved just enough to get past the guard
Really nice. Great shot.
and finish up buried top 4.
Here
Might see
comes
it.
the hit.
Thought we might see a run back, but it looks like they're going to try and freeze.
And he jams, but it works out.
Yeah.
Yeah, sitting 1-2 on A. Very nice.
Andy, Wales, Ireland, or Iceland, if you had to pick one.
Wales, Ireland, or Iceland?
Yes, sir.
For visiting?
I might need a bit more context.
Yeah,
for what I'm
Rob,
choosing.
we need more information. Is this like
Am I going on holiday? Is
Country you're going
am I
to war
gonna be
with?
stuck there?
is it a Eurovision pick song? I mean, because we all know Iceland had the best songs the last 2 years. Rob said no more context. You must choose.
Wow, that's a tough one.
I guess you provide the context. It's open-ended. It's an open-ended essay question.
Have you been to those 3 countries?
I haven't been to Iceland. I've been to the other 2. A lot of good hiking in Wales.
Have you been to Cardiff? That's in Wales, right?
I've been through it. It is in Wales. I've been through it. I haven't stopped.
That's the Doctor Who nerd in me coming out. Sorry.
Torchwood, Doctor Who.
It was a hit on A.
But most of the time I've been in Wales has been in North Wales. Cardiff is in South Wales.
All right.
So steal a 1.
Steal 1.
Tie game.
So just a guard coming up here on C. Staggered guards now for that yellow top 4, so pretty tough to get at. I think they're going to give it a go, but it looks fully buried from here. So going to have to be a very precise shot. Be kind of tempted to try and peel stuff here, but
Sweeper's on it right away. They know. Also, Ben Kean yelled out yes right away.
Trying to hold that line. It's gonna really close.
it's going to be all over
13
this.
seconds, so not quite hard enough for the hit, I don't think.
Well,
What they were looking for.
not a bad result. Kind of pushes the red into the top 12 in an awkward spot to deal with. Might just have to double guard it. Otherwise, it's a short run back. So I think we'll see another guard here.
Both games have been really close so far. Good games.
Yep, perfect center guard went up on A, so Petalpalooza deliberating what to do. Looks like they're going to draw to the side. Don't know if they want a guard or want to go straight in. So still deliberating here on C what to do. The red on top 12 is really awkward for them.
Got 14-4 on sheet A. Maybe 14-5. It was out in the wings, so maybe a little slow, or bit in a little bit out there, but
Don't think it's biting.
grab the stick. Grab the stick.
Fighter bar.
So here on C, they've decided to try and take this red out, which is quite a risky call. I don't know if I love it, but if it works out, then it's great. But you could very easily run it back by accident.
Kevin, you officiated. Have you ever used a biter bar before in a game?
Yeah. I'm trying to remember what. I had a game we used the biter bar. It didn't bite though.
Was it a league game or was it one you were officiating?
League.
Well, a little bit wayward there and just crashes the corner guards and rearranges them. So now, short run back available for Broomshooter Awakens.
I think they decided it was a really, really, really tight corner guard on sheet A.
So not in the house, so can't go after it. Drawing around now.
14-7. Oh, Wick's his own guard there.
We got a run back coming up here on C. It's close. I think it needs to curl up a bit.
It's moving. It's moving.
Yeah, it's moving a lot.
There it goes.
Really good shot.
Nice.
Rolls open, but that's okay. So, in reference to the biter bar, Drew says he's only ever heard it mentioned in hushed tones, but never seen it in action. I think we've seen it a few times in the Brauer, Scotties, and Worlds in the last couple of months here. I think the one I remember most was it was Dunstone versus somebody. And Dunstone was very upset because he thought for sure it was a biter, and it was not a biter. And he had some choice words to say.
To the biter bar.
To the biter bar, yes. Not to the players, because you would never say that to somebody else. And then Drew says it's very similar to how the off-worlders speak of the worm in June. Is that true, Kevin? I know nothing.
It is, yes. Very good comparison.
This one's going to flash by everything, it looks like. So, missed opportunity.
Hit coming on A.
They're going to run back their guard, running straight back into the yellow.
Yeah, pretty short run. Should be close to this.
Andy doing some reverse sweeping.
Yeah.
Oh, too bad we can't see it.
I think this is going to overcrawl on them. Yeah, they lost this one.
Promote this other one in.
They're just going to move them around.
Yeah.
That works. That works to their favor.
Sorry, yeah, that's
it's mostly buried too, yeah.
Do you have a favorite Scottish ditty?
I couldn't say. I like them all. There's so many. I could never choose.
But if you had to pick one.
Oof. That's tough.
Or one that immediately, a song that immediately comes to your mind.
Well, I see now I'm under too much pressure. I can't think.
If she'd see here, if they get around this draw they're attempting, all behind that cover, a good shot.
Yeah.
Sweepers are on it though.
Good chance, but it looks like
I think it's gonna
might crash on the guard here. The top 12.
Keep going, boys. Keep going.
Just gotta
keep going. Tap
keep
that.
going. I got 15 seconds hog to hog for that one, so.
Well, it's running pretty nicely then on the sheet because I had to wait to get into the forefoot.
Yeah.
Oh wow, the in-off there for.
Wow, yeah.
To me, I don't think that was a planned call. I think they were trying to get back behind, but that works out okay.
The hit is still there though, coming through that port. That's what they're gonna try.
Oh yeah, can they make the double this way, or maybe they're going for a short run?
I think they'll get the triple.
Triple.
Triple out. Which one?
Oh,
oh, they're way over there. Yeah, sure.
It's gonna, it's gonna boop.
Make sure they don't flip their own red that's in there.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
Might be close.
Here comes the shot.
Looks like you're trying to go straight through the gap here.
Oh,
Gets him.
Yeah,
oh, jam.
does
no.
jam it.
Self jam.
But still undercover.
Yeah.
I think we need to isolate you saying self jam and put that on a key so we can just hit that button.
Self jam.
Yeah, with the
Crazy Ira and the dude. Yeah, that was a really good shot getting through that port though. Now they're gonna try it.
I think
Petalpalooza
they're
is.
gonna guard it. Yeah. No, they're gonna go through the port.
Yeah, they're going to try and return the favor here.
Minus the jam.
Here's Lauren trying to navigate the port. Left-handed delivery.
Sweepers on it.
Trying to push it to curl more. got to get off the guard. Does get through the.
Oh, very nice.
Really nice shot there.
And kind of sets up. All right, let's see.
Got the takeout here coming on C. Might make them both go away, but no, he's going to roll over the top of the second one. So still shot stone for Broomshooter Awakens.
Another double possible here on sheet A.
Yeah, it's going to end up being a blank in the end.
Yeah. Here it comes.
Don't think there are any triple available, so it's just going to be the 2.
Yeah.
In fact, kind of jams it, so just takes out single, but rolls to a good spot.
Yeah, that roll is good for them. But yellow is still shot, but wide open.
So why this tournament has been going on, even before that, the USA Curling Club Nationals has been happening this week. And the finals just happened today.
Oh, very interesting.
So on the men's side, Mike Siggins, the team Mike Siggins from Tempe, Arizona, won the men's side. And on the women's side, team Hampton from Madison, Wisconsin, won club championships there. Congratulations to both of those teams. We know a few people on, at least I know a few people on Madison through another person, so. They were all here, of course. A lot of those people were here when we had Club Nationals here at Potomac a couple years ago.
That's right, yeah.
May we never speak of it again.
Yeah, that's right. It was an experience.
Sheet A, they're trying this run back.
Looks like it. So, hey, we got Courtney Shaw here, ready to throw. Yeah, looks like. But they got to run a redstone in, which is not
This
ideal.
is a hammer for C as well.
What are they calling? To hit those two, and maybe if you hit nose of the red, does it split them both?
Well,
To try to get
it
to.
might. Yeah. The question is where the red goes. The red's currently a guard.
It's coming down on A now.
Let's see. Maybe try and make it the other way. Just jams it.
Yeah. They're still shot,
But it's open.
but wide
Yeah,
open.
so
yeah.
this could be trouble.
Scott says, let's get rid of that and roll under. I like that now.
Let's take a look at hammer
100%.
here on sheet C.
Yeah, looks like got to make a double here to score, but they're close together, so it's quite a makeable shot. It's a makeable shot.
Sweepers
See.
are on it.
It's close.
It's really close. Oh, they're off now. Let's take a look.
They might need to be on though. I think they underswept that.
Yeah.
They need to stay
See,
on
they
it.
held it a bit longer.
Yeah.
Ooh. And on sheet A, they made the hit, but now they're rolling out. So a steal of 1 on sheet C for Broomshooter Awakens.
They're going to try another run back on a Petalpalooza, but this time it's a Yellowstone they're running in. Could make a good one here.
Yeah.
If they can do it, it'll leave them lying too.
Well, they're pretty close last time, so
I mean, I think they would like the results they got last time, the straight run back.
well, this one is not going to do it. I think it's out there.
Rachel's trying to push it.
Lauren, that's Lauren.
Oh, is it? Oh, sorry. I have this beam in my way.
Yeah, it doesn't make it. Opens up the red one, but did not make the run back happen there. So still a chance to lie 2 for Dunnam.
Who has hammer? Petalpalooza.
Petalpalooza has
yeah.
the hammer. Yep. But if you can sink a good one here behind the guard.
Yeah, talking about just taking out that yellow that's on the edge of the 12.
As Erik Kleszczelski would say, wide broom alert there.
Just not giving them any chance to score multiple here.
Yeah, it's really like sort of professional level call here. I think a lot of club players are just, I'm not taking that on the edge of the 12 foot. I'm just going to draw. But this is, if you make this, you're never giving up 2, right? Exactly. So, but this sheet A is the wall sheet.
Yeah.
I don't never feel good about playing these in this
risky.
part of the sheet. Inside out as well.
Sweeping now.
Let's see.
Looks pretty good.
Running out of space here.
Yeah.
Does make it just in time. But I don't think the red hit the barrier. Yep, the red's gone.
Yeah. So, is this Laura's first one? I would assume.
Yeah, it
they're
is.
calling a hit and roll.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we may be looking at a potential blank, depending on what happens here.
Yeah, even if you make the roll, it's such a short run
Yeah.
that I would expect them to make it. Team Dunnam.
Oh, we have a question for you, Andy, from Brian Downheim. Why do Scots call it barrier instead of bumper? Why do they call it barrier weight? You are muted still. Oh, nope, I think it's just your connection. Maybe tap your headset thing. There you go. You're good.
There we go. Having a few audio issues here. Well, why not call it barrier? It's a barrier of sorts. Why call it a bumper? I'll turn it back around. Why does the rest of the world call it a bumper? I honestly have no idea. Is the true answer. It just is.
Sheet A, they hit, but they rolled out. So
Yeah, but they got a double takeout in the back corner in the one that was
Technically.
in the back triangle. So it's a box. If we're playing box game, that's a box right there.
I'm not sure that counts.
I think it does. It's a natural double.
Okay.
We got a whole bunch of rocks in play now on C with
All of them in the house.
yeah, no guards.
Do not like it.
Yes. So Broomshooter Awakens leading 3-1 at the moment.
Calling for the freeze.
Interesting decision, actually, considering the situation.
Yeah, would you rather hit one of those yellow out?
Well, I think I would, yeah. Without the hammer, Segovia's got hammer. It'd be quite tempting to just hit the yellow that's sort of back 8 on the right-hand side.
Take away their scoring stones.
Yeah, the
Sweepers on
other
it.
yellow is awkward to deal with.
Yeah. Not sure this is going to make a good freeze. It looks like it's over curling.
Yeah, good try. Just
Yeah.
maybe
Weight was
a
really
foot
close.
light.
Let's take a look at
Yeah,
that.
can you show us the overhead, please?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just enough room probably that you can make that go away, or you can set up an angle first and then play on it later.
Hammer shot on sheet A.
Trying to peel it out and get the blank.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of it's undercover. It's not an easy shot here. It's at least half buried.
I think the sweepers will be on that maybe pretty quick to push it.
Yeah.
I think so. Front end very important on a shot like this.
We're always important, Andy.
Of course, it goes without saying.
There you go.
I see.
You may be the brains, but we're the muscle.
Well, I'm definitely not the muscle, so I hope I'm the brains. Otherwise,
And ooh, it has Rachel on right away. It's narrow.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, Rachel.
Really got to hold
Come
it.
on,
They're holding
Rachel.
it. They're
Come
holding
on,
it.
Rachel. No,
Oh,
just
no.
wicks it. Steal a
did
one.
they knock it? No, they didn't knock it in the rings. Almost a disaster.
Yeah, yeah. 2 would have been really bad. So another steal from Dunnam.
We're in N6 already? Wow.
Yeah, they are
that game
moving
is
right along.
flying.
Yeah, we're like at least half an end behind now on C. More than half an end behind. And they're not moving that slowly on C either. Just a very quick game there on A. So this takeout looks like it's going straight through the uprights, unfortunately.
That is a weird sideways picture right there for a second.
It takes a second to load.
So what's the play here on C? Looks like maybe just freeze.
I think so.
A lot of ice.
It's quite a lot. We'll see if it gets to where it needs to be with that ice. Should have seen this a few times now, so it should be close.
Are they throwing the in off?
No,
They might be now.
Yeah.
that might be.
That looked like a lot of weight.
Yeah, not.
I mean, that's
Oh.
what they did, and it's gonna stay shot.
A good result. I'm
Wow,
not sure
yeah.
what the original call was, but they'll take that, I think.
I don't feel like that was draw weight that she came out with.
No, definitely a bit heavy. But their shot, only problem is it's back four, and it's quite a big pocket now to just
Yeah, it's
loop
a nice
one in
pocket.
there.
With the backing, so if you're a little heavy, you pump it.
Yeah, I think this will be close.
On sheet A, Rachel, instead of throwing up a card, they ask her to throw in. She throws just biting top four, but it's like half buried,
So if you're hard on C, this might.
maybe even more. And so Scott calls for hack weight.
See how this goes.
Line is good.
Oh, that is nice.
That's a really good shot.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Great judgment of weight by the front end there too.
Yeah, that was all front end.
Yeah, I mean, Skip's like he's not even there. You don't need him.
And they nose it on A.
Up to 23 viewers. I'm not sure what to do with this large audience.
I know. We should be encouraging the audience to ask more questions
Yeah.
for
Any,
our resident Scotsman here.
Where's this team? Any Houston people watching their team play on the feature sheet? Are they dedicated or
Houston is not dedicated. They are
playing
arena.
like they're dedicated?
Austin is dedicated. Dallas is arena ice. I believe those.
Austin is like semi-dedicated from what we learned. They have some pretty rough ice, remember?
I mean, everybody's got to learn
Yeah.
their ways, you know. As I've slowly been learning how to do more and more ice stuff here, I've learned from our gurus that it's taken like 10
It's
years
tough,
or so
yeah.
to really dial in the chiller, dial in the humidifier, figure out the best scraping patterns, the best pebbling. I mean, we've been experimenting up to this weekend with pebble patterns, so.
I think what I meant specifically with Austin wasn't that. It was like their quality of their structure was what they were complaining about. They're having issues with.
They're in a hockey rink that was converted for curling, so it is a dedicated rink now for curling. They do not let the hockey players on it.
Hit and roll down.
Do we have any Columbus viewers on?
Yeah. So
Or is it just Brian having 16 other VPN accounts that he's watching on?
Oh yeah, he's upping our numbers. Appreciate it.
it's looking pretty decent here for the Columbus team right now. The 10-feet freeze from Segovia came up short, so
Let's look at this house one more time on C. This is a lot of stones in play.
I think this is coming up short too.
Yeah.
But rolls into a good position though.
Yeah, blocking that path.
Wide open end on sheet A. They just peeled the guard.
Yeah, this one's going to be over quickly the way they're going.
Probably a blank coming, maybe.
Yeah.
Although Scott wants a guard.
We'll go out there and tell them they have to play 10 at this pace.
Might as well get our money's worth, yeah. Bucks County is a great facility, yes. That's what I've heard. I haven't been up there yet. But I know they've put a lot of time and money into their facility to make it really nice.
And their ice is fast.
So I mean, I imagine Austin will be the same way, and the other facilities that are coming
once they
along.
get there.
Just takes time, to.
And a lot of it is dedicated volunteer time, but we're happy, right? More places to go is better.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, there's so many more places than there were even 5 years ago. It's remarkable how many new clubs there are.
Andy, have you been into any clubs in Scotland?
No, I haven't. We talked about trying to play in a spiel there. It would be kind of fun to do that.
Is there a lot up there? I know it originated, but that doesn't necessarily mean there's a lot of clubs.
I mean, I thought every Scottish person was born with a golf club in their left hand and a curling broom in their right hand, but
there's actually not that many clubs. There's only maybe 20 or 25 clubs.
Yeah. I guess for that land size, that's pretty good.
I mean, to be fair, remember that the population of Scotland is like less than the population of Maryland. So
yeah. 20 is pretty good then.
So yeah, it's not so bad. But
let's see how this sheet C ends up here.
You mind giving us the overhead? Just so we can see the finish. I think it's going to hit the red. Oh no! Well, it doesn't matter at the end.
Yeah.
I mean, it
Still
opens
a few
it up.
more stones. Yeah. Skips rocks to go.
You had me thinking that was it right there.
There's so many in play. When I glanced at it, I'm like, there's got to be skips rocks. What's happening? But they borrowed a few from the other sheets, so they're throwing more than the usual number this end.
Meanwhile, on sheet A, it's just throw a guard, peel the guard, throw a guard, peel the guard.
Very, very opposite houses going on right now.
it's almost like they're just having a practice end here. Just practice your peels. Let's see. Somebody might make a mistake.
Announcer's curse about to happen.
Yeah, this might be a nose and guard.
Andy.
I didn't do it. I didn't do it.
I mean, they leave a corner guard, like a two guard for a corner guard, but boy.
See if they want to make use of it.
He is considering it.
Dunnam, they're considering whether to peel it or
just split the house.
Split, yeah. So it looks like they are going to go in.
He likes T-line 4 foot. On his last, he wants a hit and roll at the end, unless they hit and roll out before that.
So it looks like they're going to draw open here, Dunnam, because that guard's not there.
Ben Kean getting in the hack for on sheet C here.
Ben Kean is not from Columbus, but he does play with Columbus folks a lot. There are 2 Potomac players on the team, and there are not 2 Potomac players on the roster, so I imagine maybe some of the members had to drop out last second.
Yeah, I believe that was the case. Let's see if this one's heavy from sheet A. It'll stick around. That's good.
It'll be like back 8. So I imagine Laura will say, let's get rid of it.
Here's Ben with his first. I don't know where he wants to go with this. Probably just kind of top 12 center line would be pretty good.
So many stones in the house. It's really light though.
2 stones so far that are not in the house, and that's it.
Yeah.
Well, it will be center line-ish, just curling off.
So maybe that's what they wanted was. Still can get in there.
I wonder if they might take on the double run here. Yellow.
Yeah.
I think that's probably the best available right now.
Looks like that's what they're looking at. Here comes the hit on A.
Well, that actually looks like it might be the draw, Kevin, because of the weight there.
That is pretty light, yeah. So they decided instead of chasing that they're going to try to draw behind, but it's cutting narrow hard.
Yeah, they're sweeping it.
Well, I think they are by, so it's all about the weight now.
They'll finish.
Like
Yeah, they're good.
Nice draw there from Courtney Shaw.
So making use of that corner guard. So double run coming here on sheet C.
Scott says probably about hack weight, as I bet he wants. With
Thinks
the positioning.
he can get by the guard and make a play on
Oh,
it.
no, I see what he's going to do. He's going to freeze to the corner of that, I think.
He's just going to freeze. Yeah. He's still shot, so if he can corner freeze and be 1-2, be pretty happy. Meanwhile on C, yeah, we got the double run coming in. It'd be interesting. It's definitely there.
Yeah.
Only really have to make contact with the second one to have a good result.
Yeah, good shot, Rock.
Big weight, but I think it's a little wide.
Sweepers are not touching it. On it now. Now they're back off.
Oh, almost. Very close. Just need to curl up a little bit more.
Around the guard.
Here's the freeze. Very close. Oh, just really good shot.
Oh,
Yeah.
Because of the guard, you can't get to the nose of that red. Dunnam starting to take a bit of control here of this game in the
Yeah.
latter stages.
that's what we kind of talked about, is a slow start and then picks it up. What you got to think is, just them getting used to the ice, and once they figure it out, they got it.
I just heard, I don't hate that from Courtney.
That's a fantastically Canadian expression. I love it.
Yeah, it is very much a curling expression too, right?
Right. We never express that we like things, only that we don't dislike them.
Shot coming from Ben here. Let's see. Didn't see exactly where they want this to end up.
Yeah, I wonder if we might just be drawing all the way in here, straight under the guard, but this has got to curl a long way if that's the case. I don't think this is gonna...
Yeah, it looks heavy.
They've been moving strong at the end, but I think, yeah, like Kevin said, it's a little bit heavy. But it's enough to stick around and maybe be two?
Maybe.
It's
tough
close for
'cause we got the
second,
two
yeah.
yellow.
Well, so definitely it's possible to get in there and score for Segovia. Buttons available.
Yeah.
Speaking of colloquialisms, like, I don't hate it. What's your favorite saying from Scotland, Andy?
Oh, well, there's so many, It's hard to pick one, but I suppose we used to say a lot, with the weather, if you're looking at the weather and the weather's not that great, it's a bit drizzly, it's cold, it's windy, we would say it's dreich. It's a bit dreich today. It's a word we use a lot, and it sort of sums everything up in one word. It's just dreich, and you kind of know what it means even if you've never heard it. It doesn't sound good, right? So that's one of the old ones I used to use a lot. But I don't use it here because nobody understands what I'm saying.
Any chance we could see the guard zone on sheet A as well as the house? Unfortunately, with our camera setup and because sheet A is off on the corner, we have not yet set up cameras that give us that perfect angle to see the free guard zone. Sorry about that, Lori.
I don't know what.
We could do that. That does work.
I'm not sure though if it'll take over that part.
Why not you just switch to it for right now? There you go. So that's what we're looking at right now. We've got a two guard, corner guard, and those two corner froze into each other.
Yeah, we got hammers coming in on C here for Segovia, so we'll just keep you apprised of that real quick, and then we'll go back to A.
This isn't a bad view.
There we go. That's a nice one.
Can you, the next half, can you maybe do that for the far end of A?
Yeah.
Why did Ken tell us that we had like that?
It's A far.
A far.
Line's good, but do we have the weight? There's the question.
Yeah, it doesn't
I
really
think it's
look like
light.
it.
Good try, but it's going to come up short. So it's at least one for red. It might be two. Might be a measure. It'd be nice to see the old measuring stick come out, but they're going to have a look.
It's come out 2-3 times this weekend.
That's not actually that many times.
So the force is on here, yeah.
Yeah.
We
Just hammer to come, so nothing to do here.
They are going to measure, I believe.
Yeah, so
Okay.
one red for sure.
Or at least they're going to look at it without all the other ones there.
So it's between 3, which is always interesting.
Oh, nope, there they go. They're going to the measuring stick.
Yeah.
Very exciting. Nobody's on sheet B, Kevin.
I know. No, that's
that's sheet
near
C. Okay.
hack. Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's Ben. Hi Ben.
So that would be a minute while they measure on C. We know it's 1 for sure.
Yeah, don't worry. We'll let you know.
So here we just got to hit and stick here, right?
Yep, for 1.
Tie the game.
Oh, no.
Well, that's not a good
Laura,
sign.
Laura, you maybe narrow out of the hand.
Yeah, they are holding it, though. I think it's going to be okay. And
Okay, you're good right there at the end.
yeah, just making the front end work for their dinner there. But
Can you zoom in and enhance on there, Kevin?
I cannot. We talked about this last time.
It's not the CIA, guys. Enhance.
I mean, you should be able to read that guy's driver's license from this angle. Come on now. Nope, they tapped the yellow. It's already...
already out counting. So 1, steal of 1.
No, steal it 2. Oh, no, sorry. It was red. That was... You're right. I already lost count because we switched ends. And switched games between the two.
All right, so how did I get that?
I like this. I wanted you to keep it sideways. I was going to turn my head.
I want to see if
I can just see Brian sitting at home with his laptop and turning it to the side to watch.
All right, so let me see.
27 watching now. Welcome, everybody.
The average viewing time is 24 minutes as well.
I'll take that.
That's pretty good. That's like an end and a half.
That's an end and a half, yeah.
They watch an end, they get tired of our stupid comments, and then they leave.
Good center guard went up on A. Perfect on the center line.
Slightly see it in the frame there.
We don't have the no tick rule here, though, so they could play that.
Oh my God!
If they wanted.
Don't bring up that rule.
Oh, I shouldn't have mentioned it. The front ends don't love it.
That's a horrible rule.
I have to say I'm not a big fan of it, to be honest, either.
I mean, maybe at the pro level it's fine. I just think it wastes a lot of time, but there's no way you can put that at the club level.
Club level, yeah, I don't really see that it would really help that much,
Most
honestly.
of them happen accidentally.
Well, yeah, you would do it so many times, right?
I mean, you, Kevin, accidentally tick every time, right?
Yeah. It's not a shot.
I don't love it at the pro level either, to be perfectly honest, but I think they're just experimenting right now. All right, this is going to stick around here on C at about T-line. Just drawing to the wing. Don't know if that was intended or whether they wanted a guard. Probably they wanted a guard given the score line.
Yeah, you don't chase that. Yeah, you draw behind.
I think so, especially if that's what you've been throwing.
And it's not like it's a out of reach game, right? It's a tie game in the 7th end.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, 3 is definitely...
Maybe if you were yellow and you're up by a bunch, you could chase that and hit it out, right?
On A, yeah, if you were well up, then I think so, but with a tied game,
Sheet A drawn around.
you want to draw the play to the middle and shut down the scoring area, I think.
I think it's going to be a bit heavy. Just got to finish. Weight was good. It just didn't curl up as much as they wanted.
Yeah, fully available pretty much there on A, so... And they get a nice little... I wonder if they'll try and flop inside on the guard or whether they'll try and roll open. Might be...
That's like hack weight.
Might be nice to roll open
right?
here. And just kind of have 2 on the wings. Meanwhile, straight draw coming in on C. No.
Straight nose on A.
Yep. Looking a little heavy on C.
Yeah, that's through. That's like was just between hack and...
Oh, is it going to hang on?
Nope.
Nope. Just beyond backline.
Yeah, so a pretty good setup here for Broomshooter Awakens. If they can sink one here with 2 guards, 2 center line guards, slightly staggered, you're going to have a really hard time getting it out.
It's a hit coming down on A, right?
Hey, yep, asking for hard line. Hard. Oh, just papers the guard.
Oh, wow.
Can you replay that, Kevin?
I'm not really going to be able to see much of it.
You'll
You
see it
just
up on
have
the
to look.
just
Wow.
around the top.
Yeah,
Gets the roll as well.
that was great. I mean,
Really nice.
can't get much closer than that.
We might see the run back now. Yep. Big weight coming.
Oh, see, you got the.
They got
decent.
they got the double center guards and
Yeah.
the
It's a little
stone
bit
behind
exposed,
it.
but
I think you have to peel at this point. Maybe.
And they do the run back, the double run back on A, but it just jams and replaces.
yeah.
Pretty tough situation here on C because you're behind, so you don't really want to peel, but the
Yeah.
setup is really not good for you.
I mean, Paul could make that triple
Oh yeah, easy.
without touching that yellow.
No. No. That, I mean, that's Andy Dunnam coming out at a 6-second peel.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Those would all be gone.
Yeah, I mean,
So-
it's makeable if you could throw, that kind of weight, but
Let's show this little discussion I got here. Sheet A, talking about what they want to do.
So this team is an interesting setup. So normally Courtney is a skip, and
Courtney's the one on the right there.
yep. So she has decided she did not want to skip this team, and Laura Yee has been skipping for 2 seasons now on our Thursday league, and she would like to try that. And so Courtney's playing third and giving a little bit of her skippingly advice.
spirited discussion. And meanwhile, appeal was double appeal, pretty good.
That's really nice.
really nice shot. Does leave the shooter, but there was no avoiding that.
Yeah.
But that really improves the situation a lot.
Yeah, the shooter's away from the.
Looks
red.
like the result for sheet A is to put up a center guard, like a 2 guard.
Yeah, I kind of like it. You try and take away the run back, right? Right now, there's a 6-foot run back. There's Lauren.
That is Mark Howera on sheet C throwing. Very good.
I
Kevin.
know. We'll see.
This guard looks like it's gone on A. It just really must have grabbed something, but
Yeah, that is just falling towards the wall.
not sure what happened there.
Going for this hit on C. Looking pretty good. Ooh, not enough weight though.
Kind of like back 8 weight on that, just taps it.
Yeah.
Yeah, enough to sit two, but
All right, another hit.
so on
coming
A,
in.
Dunnam trying to take advantage of that misstep there, try and make the run back now. And they do make contact just enough.
Ooh, and does not jam.
Gets the yellow out of there. Great
Yeah.
shot. Would have loved to stick around, but with a raised stone, but sometimes you can't get absolutely everything. And we got an open hit coming up here on C for Segovia. Needs to curl.
Yeah.
This might go past everything. It's curling up now.
Oh, yeah, it's moving. Not sure if it's going to get enough of. Oh, this might get a nice roll.
Just gonna roll over the top and stick
Yeah.
around. Well, could be interesting at the end of this end.
That
These
is
2 yellows. Yeah, Ben not interested. He's just gonna draw a second one in there and narrow the scoring zone.
Here's sheet A. Got another hit coming down. Rachel's trying to sweep it to get it to curl more. He needs to move over.
they gonna
I don't
make
think they're
contact?
gonna get it.
No,
Oof.
not quite.
Very close.
So, advantage Dunnam on A.
Put another one over on the side.
Yeah, thinking about splitting it. The
Oh,
house
split it,
here. Yeah. Draw coming in here for Broomshooters. Looking good. Gonna bury it, I think.
Yeah, mine looks pretty well.
Just
Finish it.
pretty good. Definitely mostly behind the guard.
Yeah, so now what do you do here if you're
Well,
yellow?
it's a pretty tough situation. I mean,
Looks like they want to do bumper weight or barrier weight
yeah,
and hit that one.
you would love to bring those other yellows into play, but it's going to be pretty hard.
Yeah.
So I think I like this. You can see a good third of it, of the stone.
Yeah.
So bumper weight, maybe roll over towards the other red. Try and
Dunnam
group
looks
the
like they're
stones.
drawing in for a split pretty nicely.
Yeah, really nice. When those kind of shots are routine for you, then you're going to win a lot of games, you know.
Yeah. See if this one's gonna move it. It's really sticking out there.
Yeah, I think this is
Gonna flash by.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
It was only really a hack way turn. It's just not enough curl there.
Yeah.
So I might consider a tap back here for Broomshooters, or maybe just draw right around.
Yeah. Oh, now he's thinking about a guard.
Yeah, guard not bad.
Sitting 2.
Also consider drawing the other way here because of the stagger of the yellow-red. But they haven't really seen that for a while.
Yeah, so on sheet A, it looks like Courtney just flashed a hit.
So still 2 reds
Split, yeah.
and Dunnam throw again. So starting to look pretty difficult here for
Petalpalooza.
Petalpalooza, who
Guys, I'm back.
don't
What did I
have the
miss?
hammer.
What I miss, guys?
So a couple of flash takeouts from Petalpalooza on A.
Oh no.
So without the hammer, they're in a bit of trouble now.
What about on sheet C? Anything cool?
Well, just Broomshooter Awakens keeping it under control here. They've got the advantage.
Throwing the guard here, protecting that shot rock.
You're not
That's
really,
a really nice card.
yeah, Segovia just can't catch a break at the moment. Might just have to go around everything at this point.
A couple of their hits weren't curling enough. Team Dunnam coming down now with another, trying to get another counter in the house.
28 viewers right now. Thanks everyone for being with
Yeah,
us.
Appreciate it.
That must be a record, I think. 29. Woo.
Did you just log in to up the numbers?
No, I did not.
Probably should.
Everybody get your phones out. Everybody in the warm room.
Hey, there are plenty of Twitch streams going on right now that have fewer viewers than that. So feel good about it.
Let's take a quick look here.
So it looks like while you're doing that, Segovia is deciding on the corner freeze.
That is slightly disorienting, that camera.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
No, it's just like slightly kind of scary. It just jumps.
Well, yeah, I clicked the wrong button.
No, I know, but it's also kind of fun.
Yeah.
So what are they calling here?
Not exactly sure. Given that ice, it's
You
not
think
a
maybe
big
the
weight
tap back?
shot.
Just the...
Tap back and sit on the other one.
Mhm.
I think that's probably it. So you might see like a hack weight, tap back the one that's biting the forefoot, and then sit angle frozen on the other one.
It's like they're trying this freeze, but it might over curl on sheet C here.
It's really close. It looks good.
Oof.
Has it over curled, or is it?
Let's take a
kept
look
the
at that
line.
house.
Well, Ben's also interested in.
Oh, it
Oof.
does kind of look like yellow,
It's really
but that's only second shot.
a really good freeze attempt. Very close. Might be a measure there to see who's second.
A measurement, you say?
It could be a measurement. It may not matter. We'll see.
Hit on the way in sheet A.
Yeah, like a hack weight. Back line, maybe?
Yeah,
Moving
not a
a
ton
lot.
of weight on this.
Yeah. Maybe they were just trying to sit
Oh, no.
between those two stones.
That's
Yeah, this
gonna
is only
move too
just gonna
much.
get there.
I think they were trying to probably freeze to the
Yeah.
inside red, but it moved a bit too much.
Yeah, that's not going to help them a ton, I think, at this point. It does sit second, so it outcounts to the reds, but
Interesting call, though. I mean, you almost want to, if you wanted to cut them down, because Dunnam has hammer this end.
I think that's the call, though. You play the freeze.
Yeah, and then the hit
But the problem is the freeze is, yeah, and Brian says cuts them down to 1 for now.
for now, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the freeze is just so difficult, right, at the club level. And
That's, yeah. the
it's a
hit-
very dangerous shot that, they got like a plan B out of it.
I would just, giving up 2 here with this situation might be your best option if you're Petalpalooza.
And try to get 2 with hammer in the 8th and then go. There is no time clock, by the way, for everybody. We just were told by
What
Bill,
happens
Bill
in a
Langman.
tie in these, did they say?
There is no tie. These are the playoffs. So
An
no.
extra end.
extra ends.
Extra end, okay.
I mean, there are only 2 games on, and it's 9:50. So if we get bonus curling, we get bonus curling.
Bonus curling. Then King.
So I think here we might see them actually tap the yellow-red combo to kind of release the red a little bit.
I think he said T line. I think I heard Mark Howera say that.
So just T. On C, it's T line, yeah. On A, I think we might see a little bit more weight to try and unlock that yellow.
I got 14-3, 14-3.5.
So a really good looking draw here on C.
Yeah, that's going to
That is a
be
nice draw
perfectly
on C.
T. Or just in front of the T, yeah.
Pretty good on A. They did throw enough weight to unlock them, but I don't think they got the angle they really wanted.
Just want to take a quick look at these 2 houses we got going on.
I think this might be the only economical way to do it, yeah.
Yeah, it is. I thought it was just going to show the 2, but yeah. So, Broomshooter Awakens sitting at least 2, possibly a 3rd. Petalpalooza trying to figure out what to do.
Yeah, really. They got only skip stones left, right? So pretty limited options here. The double was way too flat, I think, to really make that work.
The crosshouse double?
Yeah, I don't see that really working.
Yeah.
Even Kevin Cooey might have a hard time with that one. So I think you might just have to go
do you
right
freeze
everything.
to the top of that one?
Which one?
To the where no, she's not. That's not where she has her.
32.
It's not where she has her broom. So are they gonna draw? I really don't know what they're doing here.
It's
Yeah,
pretty
I
tough.
don't know either.
I think you probably just have to draw under everything and then hope you get a chance to draw for a second.
Is this Laura? This is Laura's last shot.
Oh, on A, yes. Sorry, I was looking at sheet C here.
Sheet C. Sheet C. Similar scenario. Yeah, they need to draw. They've got room to draw underneath.
Yeah.
Brian says on A they're drawing behind the guard.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, well, that does make sense, but it's got to be a good one.
Yeah, it does.
Thanks, Brian. We can't watch everything at once.
Oh, 32 because you're back, Bo. Gotcha. Tim's watching. Hello, Tim.
So, don't want to go too deep here. Top 4 is probably pretty good.
All right, here comes
On
Laura.
which sheet?
Yeah, we should really clarify this. I was
Sheet
looking at
A.
Sheet A.
Even
We'll
sheet,
watch this one real quick.
sheet C top 4 is
Oh, absolutely.
not awful either. I mean, you'd want to maybe touch button.
Let's just see where this ends up. Got to get
Come on,
past the
girls.
guards. It's going to be a fight past the guard.
Yeah.
And where's it going to stop? Looks pretty good to me.
Can you go back to the other view, Kevin, so we can see compared to the guards?
You're talking about this one?
That, and can you do the 4 long houses again?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that looks really fully buried from here. Yeah,
Brian says not leaving a hit for a bundle, which is true.
might just be the run for 2.
Ooh, that's a tough run.
Or is it for... It's hard to say who's 3rd. Looks like yellow's 3rd.
Yeah,
It's pretty close.
that is close.
See, this is why we leave all the decisions to the back enders. we don't know what we just sweep it.
But still, you got to make this run or you're, you know...
Emily Aubin says, nice shot, Laura. I agree. That was a wonderful shot.
Yeah, really important one, too.
And it was really a team shot.
Yeah.
I'm not being facetious based off of our stupid
A lot of
idea.
communication there with that. That was a good
Right.
shot.
Oh,
overall.
yeah.
On sheet C, they are going to draw.
Looks like he's
Or
either going around...
I think they're going to guard. I think they're
Yeah,
going to
this
guard
is
that.
just Ben's shot. So
He's either going around everything or guarding the yellow tap.
didn't see what happened with their yellow skips last one.
Hello, Betsy. Hello, Simone.
Let's see. We've got this raise coming up here for Dunnam.
He's coming up a lot of weight.
Yep.
Sweepers are on it.
Got to go. Oh, he's not happy with that. I think he's lost it.
Yeah, just gonna peel.
Oh, and it's a steal.
Great steal.
Wow,
Petalpalooza up 1,
Hey.
coming home in the 8th end.
they escaped that end.
A
Though.
semifinals here at the Cherry Blossom Botsfield.
Great job, Petalpalooza on that end.
Yeah, I know.
I mean,
Really
that got
staying in
scary.
it. Still, Dunnam got the hammer, so
Yeah.
they'll feel pretty good about bringing it home. But
Let's see what they do here.
this,
This is
Oh.
just going to be.
How
did
they
I
do
think they
that?
want to. Oh, that's weird. I think they just want to guard. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
going to be a nice guard.
yep, good shot there from Ben. So now,
Simone says hi, Paul, Andy, and Kevin. Hi, Simone.
well, hello,
Hello.
Simone. Welcome to the broadcast. So now you're really just scoring one here, at best for Segovia. Looks like
Let's take a look at
just
the,
straight draw or maybe a double tap. It's probably a straight draw, but even then you got to get full 4. So that's not easy.
Oh no, Courtney just said they picked on sheet A.
Well, that is not what they need.
They might be able to get it over. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be a 1.5.
Yeah, so it's okay. You can throw a deeper guard next time, and
A Chris Waite special.
Yeah, let's see if we can show this real quick.
Turn your head sideways,
That is,
everybody.
that is
not what I'm trying to do. I'm not sure what's going on.
that's a difficult viewpoint.
That also is not great for sheet A. I like the one where you had the 4 sheets.
I know, that's what I was trying to do, and then I just lost it.
This is okay for now.
Yeah.
Let's leave this here since
leave
this
it
is
in
hammer
here.
for sheet C.
Yeah.
With Team Segovia just trying to draw, I think.
Straight draw, but have to get full 4, which is
He's
not
got his
easy.
broom really wide.
Yep. Yeah, that's a lot of curl.
Real nice draw from Kyle Conroy here on sheet A.
Just behind the tee line.
I think it's open, but it was nice and quiet weight. So Laura wants it to be frozen right on top of it.
Yeah, sorry about
Yeah.
all the different camera angles.
Yeah, if she can freeze on here, they'll be feeling pretty happy. The only problem is the guard is so long right now. It's really only a 1 guard.
Here's the hammer shot for C. Team Segovia.
Not touching it.
It's
at
really
all.
not moving, I don't think, as much as they want.
It's heavy, but it might tap their own.
Oh, yeah, it's going to hit their
Gonna get a
own.
little kiss.
Oh.
Oh, just got by. Sit down. Ooh, look at that check up on the end.
So steal 1,
Ah,
Yeah, another steal.
and it's gonna be tough to. But they're sorry, lost track. They're actually a full end behind the A, so they have 2 ends left, so they can still catch up.
Yeah, that's right. They've been playing the other sheets just throwing us off.
Yeah, they're very quick on A. So the attempted freeze did not quite work out on A. Didn't curl
Going for
enough.
the hit here.
Slipped the back 4. So yeah, just gonna remove it with soft weight. But I think he pushed this one a little outside. And I don't know if it's gonna come back on the sheet A here.
Sweeper's on it now.
Yeah, no, it is moving. In fact, it's gonna overcurl now. So let's see where it ends up. It's gonna be like kind of through the gap here.
Yeah.
Not ideal for Dunnam. Both behind the tee line.
Yeah.
Bo, of course you're going to stay awake. This is exciting. This is riveting.
This is shaping up really interestingly on A. I mean, the rock placement for Dunnam is not great yet. Good freeze opportunity for Petalpalooza with a long guard in play. And an empty house. No, not an empty house on C. I just couldn't see
one
the guard
lonely
there.
guard.
One lonely guard. Well, I suppose it is an empty house because nothing's in the house.
Right. Sweeper's on the draw here. For
No,
sheet
they just
A.
came off. Courtney says, wait, good. No, kind of clean. It's a little wide. She needs Rachel to push it.
Yeah, really staying straight here.
4:30 on a Sunday,
Sit down,
Brian? What are you doing?
sit down, sit down. That's really good.
Ooh,
Great
really nice
shot, Lauren.
shot.
Great shot, Lauren.
Yeah, so they're going to play the tap, just tap back, release the back yellow here.
I almost had a conniption a few minutes ago. I had to get up and ask Bill. It smells like since this is only 2D broadcast, it does smell like it is burning here in the club. And That's not because I'm having a stroke. It's because we're running the cleaning cycle on the oven.
Right.
Oh, okay.
It was very concerning.
Yeah. That's not. If you don't know what's happening, it's. Oh, this is a good-looking shot coming in here. Well, didn't really curl up enough, but does release the back yellow all the way to the back of the ring.
Oh,
so
okay, Brian, I get that. It's a good reason to wake up early.
pretty good result there.
Andy, the audience demands to hear Scottish ditties. Do you at least have a Scottish limerick?
A limerick. Well, those are Irish.
Oh, sorry. A Scottish poem or of some sort?
Well, I don't have them in front of me. I'd have to check a book. I don't. My rate's too high for a ditty. I don't think the audience could afford it.
Take a quick look at A here.
A little light here, maybe on A. At least that's what the sweepers were saying. But it looks like they're carrying it well.
Yeah, it's moving. Calling Rachel to push it. See how this ends up.
Well, this might just set up. Well, it would set up a double, but the guard's in the way. So
Yeah.
I wonder if the peel's going to happen here. Yeah.
Andy, Simone says that Ryan will pay to hear a Scottish ditty.
Oh my
The
goodness.
people,
He's like, I did not
Demand.
sign up for this.
Yeah,
I'm
this is-
volunteering tonight.
I thought this was curling commentary.
the people demand a Scottish ditty to put them to bed tonight.
The people.
My pipes are not prepared for this. I didn't
Yeah.
rehearse.
Maybe next time. I can't perform on the spot like this.
You know this is recorded, Andy, so that we will hold you to next time.
Ooh, all right.
Interesting.
Didn't seem happy with that.
Yeah, interesting call. I thought they might go for the peel there, but I guess they decided the guard was long enough. I know
Something about blue ribbons under the tree, maybe?
blue ribbons under the tree.
They know more Scottish ditties than you?
They might. It's possible.
Ooh, I've got a question
Oh,
for you.
Michael
Andy.
has also said he's going to pay.
Yeah.
Got some money
Michael
coming in.
I should never have mentioned it.
Turns out Andy is not Scottish, everybody. Sorry. We were wrong.
For the 31 of you that are here now, I mean, and we have been doing Ask a Scotsman all night long. So,
Which he also did not sign up for.
but he's been answering. He's been a good sport. So if you have any burning questions for a Scottish person, he is answering those. So please ask us as we finish up these games.
But also scroll the chat. We don't want any double questions.
True.
That's very true. Yeah. Well, this one does seem a little light on A. Excuse me. I should always clarify.
Show them bringing this in.
I think
now.
it's okay.
I think they'd like to be all the way in, but it's going to be a good guard. And so
Still a little exposed on the other side.
interesting.
though,
It looks
maybe.
like they can see enough of the yellow to peel it out.
See, you got a hit from Mark coming down.
For everybody wondering, Andy does not know Bruce Mallett.
I do not personally know Bruce.
I know that's what you wanted to ask him, but he does not know him. So let's ask him another. Do you know Craig Halliday, new to our
What
club?
about James Bond?
Ooh, James Bond. That's a good question. His home is in Scotland, according to the movie from not too
Yeah.
long ago.
I don't personally know James Bond.
Skyfall.
Skyfall, that's right. That was a pretty decent James Bond movie.
It's possible
I
I've
like
met
that.
him but didn't realize because he was,
That's true, yeah.
incognito.
Eve Muirhead. Sorry, that one's already been asked, bro.
Sadly, I do not know you.
Craig Halliday.
No, Craig.
He's here at our club. You don't know Craig?
Fantastic.
We have two Scotsmen at our club now.
That's excellent. I approve of this.
Hit coming down on
He must play a different night for me, so I have.
He plays on Wednesdays. Is the only night that I know he plays on.
Another draw in here. Team Segovia really trying to get some counters in and get back in this game.
A pretty good end so far from Segovia.
Yeah,
That is,
got a little
yeah,
rub there.
that'll sit there in the back four. That's
Yeah.
real nice. They're sitting three.
Ben's gonna try to get in there though.
Yeah, I like this. It's a good chance to outcount all those yellows and make them irrelevant. So
Yeah.
Bo asks if you know Mo Johnson.
Johnston.
Johnston. Oh, yeah, there's a T.
Mo Johnston.
Mo.
Yeah, you know Mo Johnston.
I do? I don't think I do.
Okay, so they put 2 guards up here.
That's a nice spot, though.
This is an interesting one.
Shirley Manson, Bo says.
We just opened a whole
Do
can
you
of
know
worms for Andy.
Do you know of any of these people?
Not really, if I'm
Or
honest.
Anybody named that doesn't have to be that specific
Exactly.
person.
Do you know someone named Shirley at least?
That's a very
Surely you do.
it's not a very popular name anymore. I feel compelled to
I
point
am
out
serious.
that there are still 5 million people in Scotland. I don't know every single one of them.
Bo's just Googling famous Scotch people right now.
Oh, I don't know anyone famous. Well, actually, I'll tell you, the most famous person I know, I didn't know him very well, actually, but there's a man called Craig Gordon. He went to my high school, and he played goalkeeper for Scotland for many years in soccer. We call it football, but soccer.
Right.
So we went to the same school.
What for the Scottish national team? Or-
Yeah, he played for the Scottish national
Okay.
team
Nice.
for quite a few years as a goalkeeper.
Bo should know that. Bo knows everything about soccer. Slash football.
This was a while ago. He's retired now, so
Big hit coming here.
'cause,
for
you know,
Team
he's like my
Segovia,
age, so he's
GC.
ancient.
That's got to curl up though. That's sitting wide.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not enough weight either. Maybe they were just trying to the heavy tap back, but
well, they're just going to come up a bit light here in the top 8.
let's get a look at this.
So that
house.
That
Man.
red is lonely, but it's shot right now. But I'd be a bit nervous if I was Ben here.
Yeah,
They've put a box
they
around
got
it.
that
yeah.
run back.
Yeah, maybe.
Trying to
Hard,
put the
Rachel.
guard back on
Come on,
A.
Rachel. Courtney calling for sweep real early.
Oh, the lead singer of Garbage.
That's a band you like, Kevin.
Is it?
I actually saw Garbage fairly
Oh
recently.
no, it looks like
Oh,
no. They burned.
Oh, that's
They
a shame.
burned Laura's first stone.
That's really bad news because
That's unfortunate.
they can pick this yellow now.
Yep. Scott says, "Let's get rid of this. I want to get rid of this."
Yep.
They
It
hit with
also-
the broom?
Yeah, but it also looked like it was pretty light,
Yeah,
so they may have wink, wink, nudge, nudge, burned it.
that would never happen.
Never. Front ends never do that, right, Kevin?
You should know. I pushed you out of the way to not burn a
It's
stone.
very true. He body checked me to switch sweepers, and then when I was falling over, he pushed me.
They push you. Stone first, Paul second. I love it. That's priorities right there. Let's see if you can make this pick on sheet A here. Meanwhile, on C,
I know,
it draws.
Brian, they're not representing well for us there.
It's a tough shot, but it's there.
Andy on hard.
It's close. You know, they're on and off it, so.
Got it.
Oh, wow.
Yep, he got
What a
it.
shot.
Scott just picked it out.
That was not an easy shot.
All right, last shot for Laura Yee. Team
Gotta make this
Petalpalooza.
freeze.
She's got to put it back.
Yep. A lot of pressure on this one. Stay in the game.
And this is the game.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, on sheet C, it
They're
is
trying
still a
to-
box. Yeah, I think they're going to try to tap the yellow back.
Yeah,
the yellow
it was
into the
really tempting short run there to sit a whole bundle.
A lot of
Sit
action going
5
on at
if you
once.
do this right.
Yeah,
Let's keep an eye on this for a
that would
second.
be quite the comeback if C makes this.
Oh, that's
Sweep
I
First
know
on
it's not
early.
hammer, but they still got skip stoves to come.
Yeah,
Needs to
yeah.
curl.
So it looks pretty
There
good.
it goes.
There it goes. Yeah, ours are curling right before the far hog.
This is going to be
Ooh,
close.
let it go, let it go, let it go.
I think they might have this.
Great shot.
Doesn't quite move the red enough,
But
but
they're sitting too. So
really,
that's-
yeah, really scary situation now
Yeah.
for Ben. And the question is, what do you do? Not even easy access to the forefoot now.
And here is A, Courtney and Laura discussing what they want to do.
Yep, Courtney likes the draw. She likes the freeze.
I think it's got to be the freeze here, guys.
Yeah,
right?
she got to dare. She was saying, because I hear a little bit in the background, you got to dare Scott to try to throw the peel again.
I don't see. Yeah, I don't know. What else do you have here? That's the question. Just you could try straight draw the button under the guards.
As they're getting ready
Got to be perfect, though.
For finals.
Yeah, and in the last one, remember, it was light and they burned it, so.
Got to be at least second shot here, or the game's over.
For the final.
Yeah, I mean, he could have went for the quadruple, but
Oof.
Shh, Kevin, for the final. Shh.
they can hear us.
Sweepers on.
Sweepers are okay with the weight. Maybe a little hot, that's what they're indicating. A little heavy, but
It's wide.
Pushing it for
gotta
curl.
get the line. It's looking close. But is it going to tap the reds?
Yeah. Wow, curled up at the end nicely there.
Now it is there for Scott, and he
Yeah.
just threw that
He
shot.
can pick this out again for the game. See half, probably, and that
I mean,
should be enough for him.
But what a fantastic game on Sheet A, though.
Absolutely amazing, yeah.
Ben Kean throwing his.
Not to detract from Sheet C. That's also been a great game, too.
One more.
And it's not over yet.
First
Let's see.
skips rocks on C. Sweepers going at it hard. Mark is, they're getting their money's worth out of him tonight.
Not sure what the call was here, but I don't think that
Oh,
was
no. Now,
3.
no, they're sitting maybe four.
it.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
You'd probably have to measure the two outside ones, but
Yeah. But there's still 3 rocks to come. Sorry, let's go back to sheet A.
yep, here's the shot from Scott. Andy on hard.
It looks like he's got it. Staying clean. And
Yep,
that's the thing.
that's the game.
And that is a great way to finish the game. What a game. Dunnam,
Yeah.
Petalpalooza. Great battle.
Came down to the very last shot.
I mean, Petalpalooza really put the pressure on there. Like,
They did.
They played that end there perfectly, yeah. Those last couple of shots.
but it is Dunnam that goes to the A final, and we will see in a minute who they're going to be joined by. This could be a last-minute revival here for Segovia.
Let's take another
Yeah.
look at this house.
I mean,
A 4-point end would tie the game coming home.
and I think they're looking if there's a way to even move the reds further back, count all of the yellows. But already sitting at least 3, probably 4.
Yeah. Here. As they get ready for the shot.
So here is Julie Segovia. Chance to really put a lot of pressure on. Chance to sit 4 or 5 here. Not sure exactly what their play here, whether they may just draw in.
Just, or the guard?
So do you get
don't know
greedy
if
or
you
you
could
don't get
draw
greedy
in,
is the
yeah.
question.
Try to guard all those stones and take your 4?
We've already seen this weekend times where people were trying to get greedy and it went absolutely the wrong way.
I think what I'd be thinking about if you're thinking about playing a guard, the trouble is they can draw the other side as well. So Broomshooters can draw the right-hand side.
Is there any way to tap the back red out is the question.
It looks tough because of the angles of all the yellows in front.
Why that one camera is like doing that.
I think just trying to grab a piece of the forefoot here probably, but not sure if they're going to make it.
They'll just tap this one in a little further.
Yeah, that's perfect.
So it's a guaranteed 3 so far.
So far.
With
You
one
might
stone
be able
each
to get
for
all 6 of those out.
Now, if you're Broomshooters, do you risk it all and draw on the right-hand side to try and get into the forefoot? Even then, you got to get full 4 just to cut them down to 1. Or do you try and blast something, but there's not really anything obvious to blast.
Yeah, direct, yeah. You might get 1, maybe 2 out.
Yeah, and it's probably not going to do it.
Then you risk popping your red out that back.
Yeah, it's just a nightmare situation, really.
The routine sextuple, yeah, I agree. Bro.
Yeah, what do you hit first? That's the thing. It's not even an obvious.
Well,
Yeah.
obviously you want to hit the top guards here, your
We don't-
top reds
Can
into the other
yeah,
red.
You gotta explain
know.
what you're pointing to. We don't
I'm
have a
pointing-
illustrator.
I'm
Yeah.
pointing at the top guards
Okay.
on the guard view on the right-hand side of your screen. You run those back into the other red, into all those, you clear all 6 out. Very routine.
Well, he's looking at trying to get in there, but it's a very difficult. Yeah, you could probably make a double on these 2. Top 8, top 4. But even that still leaves you lying probably 3 against.
Yes, it's quite the house.
Kevin, can you switch views so that we can see the hack view here?
Like this?
Yep.
Okay.
Now, what is the front end thinking here?
Well, yeah, so the front end's thinking, how hard am I going to have to sweep this to make the shot for my skip?
They're also probably wondering what the hell is my skip thinking about right now.
They're also probably thinking, I'm glad I'm not him because I don't want to throw this. Yeah, this is one of the ones you, as a skip, you never want to be having to play something against this, but it happens from time to time.
He's looking for the double, it looks like.
Yeah.
On the left side of your screen, the top right of that side, you can see a guy in a green shirt behind the glass.
That's Andy. Wave,
That's
Andy.
Andy.
Everyone's favorite Scotsman, Andy.
It's only because they don't know very many. That's why. That's the only reason I'm the favorite.
No, Andy. That's completely not true.
So he did decide to go for the draw in the end.
Draw on the far side.
Yeah, gotta make it good.
Do you think it'll curl that much?
That's a great question. I don't know. I haven't seen a lot of draws on this side for a while. Full
And-
4.
Yeah, or touch,
This is
or
tough
at least
'cause
half 4. Or
He's been consistently light this game with his draws.
I think you need full 4 to cut it down to 1.
oh, to 1, sure, but they cut it down from 4 point. And he must believe that the front one is outcounting his in the back.
Yeah, if you get a little bit into the 4, then you're only lying 3 against.
This is true, David. Brad Forrest would definitely make that octuple takeout.
This is where you want a Brad Gushu or something on your team to make this clutch draw.
Asking for Mark to push it for him.
Well, but has it?
That's
Is it good enough?
Has
That's
it
got a
the
long way to go.
Yeah. I think if it stops the time, it's not bad. It's a good attempt.
That is a really good
that's
attempt.
actually going to be perfect, and it's going to cut him down to 3.
Yeah, it's still 3 and a chance for 4 probably. You could just follow that
Just
for a
follow.
4th.
Yeah, just follow it down.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any way to wick in your other one. You risk hitting the other guards in.
Back to the house. Yeah.
I don't really see any other obvious options here, so that would be the best play. And honestly, I think Ben will be pretty happy with that, even though it's still 3.
Yeah.
You may be able to tap back though if you get this draw just right, and then
Not a lot of ice if they're going there.
could be 4. Could be more than
That's
4.
better. Yeah.
It's a potential 5 on
Five.
in play here if you
Yeah.
if you believe that the yellow outcounts the red on the edge of the 4-foot.
It'd be a crazy turnaround. Look
That's-
at that scoreboard.
That's tough. I think it might. But again, these cameras aren't perfectly centered. Just like TSN, we're not perfectly centered.
That's right.
We're a step above them, but yeah.
I mean, almost with the quality that Ken has put in.
What Ken's done to the broadcast.
All right.
Get that. Sorry.
Well, here is the hammer. At least with these, it's not a huge pressure shot because you already know that you're lying 3, so you already feel good,
Yeah.
and it's just a chance to get even more.
And feel really good coming home.
Absolutely.
Oh, should you move the broom? It's wide.
Sweepers are on it.
Does it have the weight? Doesn't look like it from here, but
Yeah, it does not.
I think that's going to come up light. So it looks like it's just 3.
Yeah.
And under the circumstances, I think Broomshooter Awakens will be quite happy with that.
Yeah.
1 up with the hammer. Front end will be pleased with that.
Yeah.
Very much pleased, yes.
Probably want to avoid guards here if you're.
Throw tick shots if you can,
Broomshooter
yeah.
Awakens.
Yeah, it's tricky. You're only 1 ahead, so you're not going to throw a corner or anything, but you'll see a center guard, and they'll probably just draw straight around.
Yeah. So now we're seeing the most important shooters in the game, the lead in the second coming up.
Well, especially at this end is extra important.
Oh yeah, especially for them.
So
For
stumble
yellow.
there, which is a shame because you really need a good guard here, and I don't know if that's going to be the outcome because of that. I'm not sure if it's going to get over the line.
I don't think so, no.
So that's an unfortunate way to start.
Yeah.
Really needed a good guard there. So here probably you just put it in the 4-foot.
Make them chase, yep.
Yeah, but you just want to make sure you don't throw a guard by accident. So Ben's actually going to throw it through.
Is he?
That's
Yeah.
what he indicated. I think I would like to put it in the house.
I agree. Yeah.
You're only up by 1,
Because
yeah.
they're only up by 1, but I can understand the impulse to, like, it could be slowing down. So you try and throw T-line and you end up throwing a 3 guard,
Oh,
which
I
would
see.
be the worst.
Slowing down because nobody's out there and you're the last sheet.
So you definitely want to avoid that, but it would be nice to get one
So good shot there.
in the
That's
house. But yeah,
tough to make, but he made it.
through the house. Unfortunately, you don't get points for that on the statistics. They don't count those.
What? Come on. That's 100% made right there.
Well, I agree, but I don't make the rules.
Hardest shot in curling is a throw-through shot. Because what if you accidentally throw short?
I mean, have you ever done that? I've come close once or twice.
If you have to ask, and yes, it has happened. No, it always could potentially pick or something like that, right?
Right.
Good adjustment there.
But
after
you
the
usually
hog
don't throw a
guard.
rocket, right? You throw like a bumper or something, and then if you have a wobble, it'll lose some speed. So that guard's kind of off course. Not in an ideal spot. But you can't touch it, so what do you do?
Can't even look at it.
Still think put one in, draw open maybe. Open side.
Yeah. Don't give them anything to freeze to, ideally. Is he throwing through?
I'm not sure.
The way he's holding the broom.
Yeah, he's kind of standing at the back line, so I think he might be. But
Always feels nice to be able to throw through 2 stones, though, yeah.
Sweeper's doing a nice clean there.
Yeah, look at that by Mark.
Yeah.
What a great clean.
yeah,
You
very-
don't want it to pick.
Very
I mean,
professional, going all the way with the rock down the sheet. So. I think they want to get a good center here this time. Yep. All right, line looks better on this one.
Yeah.
I think I just heard someone's phone go off. Out in the ice shack.
Yeah, I think he might have. Well, this is a good looking card, but now they can start peeling, which I think is exactly what we're going to see.
Yep, there he goes. Right up to the first rock.
Now, this is tricky when you're in a situation where you haven't practiced a lot of peels and you suddenly have to peel everything. Seen many times where it just all goes horribly wrong.
other sweeper there down for moral support.
A good shot there. Nice from Mark.
Keep sweeping, keep sweeping, keep sweeping. There you go. All the way over.
Yeah, really good controlled throw. Looks like they're going to go in now. You could throw another guard too, but I think they're going to draw around now. Well, this one is over-curling a lot.
Really moving.
It's really going to wreck on this guard here.
So they got another guard whether they wanted it or not. Doesn't, it's not bad.
Yeah, certainly more guards is good for them. Can make this one disappear though. But it's just trying to make sure it doesn't get a bad angle on it. Maybe thinking about the double peel, but I think just get rid of the one.
Changed his mind there a couple times.
Yeah, he is going to go for them both, but
Called less weight.
He's calling just for control if we use the same hand signals.
Yeah.
Yeah, question is, where does the first guard go in this case? It might redirect onto the red and then into the house or something like that, depending on how this goes. Nope.
Got one.
But
Got one.
now the center guard is in play.
Now you draw behind, yeah.
So I think Segovia will be quite happy with how that turned out.
Yeah, but I talked to Jackie and Josh earlier. They loved our whiteboard last night. The other team didn't, but they liked it.
Looks light.
Yeah, sweepers are on it. It might be a little narrow too.
Yeah, looks like they're all just starting to dish towards the center here now, like over curling and light, so probably losing some of the ice speed. And well,
Double center.
Double center guard. They're set up for the steal. Maybe.
yeah, they're definitely going to try and peel these out. At least get one of them off. Should be able to get them both if you can throw a
Heavy weight.
here. Brandon, I'm going to say it's Kleszczelski.
That's got to be a Polish name, I believe.
I would imagine so.
I know that because my wife's maiden name had many Z's inside of it.
Right. I think there's something, I'm not an expert, whether it ends in an SKI or SKY is also a tell about the origin.
Oh, about Polish? Yeah. Both? Just one. Leaves the center guard.
And Mark sweeps that one away.
Let's see if they can sink the straw this time. Had a look at it already, so. Well, that looked narrow to me out of the hand, so.
Agree.
We'll see.
Looks a bit heavy, too.
Yeah, the line's actually better now. Let's see if it takes off here at the end now.
But is it going to sit down in
No,
time?
that's going straight through.
Well, it's trying to stop at the back there, but I don't think it's going to be a
Ooh,
big
it
factor.
Oh, it's going to stick around.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Back 12.
So now does it
First counting stone of this end is
Is
a
it-
tie stone.
Is it the peel then, or
It's
the
nicely
draw
guarded
around?
too.
Probably going to go for the peel.
Yeah. See if maybe they get lucky and run it straight back. feels the most important. Sweeper's on right away.
Sweeper before he even released it.
A little preemptive.
That's
He could just see the release being narrow, yeah.
no, I think they're going to make good contact here. So as long as the shooter rolls away. Yeah, nice shot. The yellow will go out just
enough weight.
Yeah.
Put it back.
Kind of like what I've seen though, in the sense that they're not overthrowing these peels. Sometimes they're just throwing their normal takeout weights and making the shot. They're not like, oh, it's a peel, I've got to chuck it down there, which usually leads to a big miss.
Front end right now, just like, oh, I'm so glad this is the 8th end.
Except if this is a steal 1.
Oh,
Yeah.
front
We
end's
need it.
worst nightmare.
We need it. The chat needs it. They want more curling.
They want more curling. There's 31 people here. Yeah, if it goes to next round, I bet it goes up to like 41 people.
Yeah, maybe even 41,000.
Oh. I have no clue what's going on.
I can just hear the warm rooms.
Yes.
So what's the throw here? Is it a guard, or are they going to go in the rings? Is the question.
Maybe top 12.
I mean, it's not really a stone worth guarding, so I imagine they'll just they'll throw a straight guard, but not because of the stones in the back 12.
Right.
Because they want a better one to go around. And they are gesturing for the top 12, so
Gotta
Keep
go.
sweeping.
They want
Keep
it
going.
in.
Come on, 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 come on.
and I don't think it's on the rings. Nope, it's not. But that's a good guard to go around.
Yeah, it was a better view.
And they're gonna go appeal it straight away.
I mean, it's a good guard. At the end of the day, it's still a good guard,
It is absolutely.
even though they didn't get it in.
I don't know the guard personally, but he seems good.
Good personality, nice guy,
Yeah. It's a good guard.
does all the right things.
Yep, some of our broom stacking members can be heard.
I
from
mean,
the warm
it's
room
very
mic.
empty in the warm room now. The raffles are drawn and everyone cleared out.
Yeah, it is quite empty.
We only have audience and volunteers and a couple of teams from this draw left over.
Yeah.
A lot of people passed out on the couches.
Well, here comes the peel from Ben. Well, right off here, this has got to curl a long way. Don't know if this is going to make any contact.
Yeah,
I mean,
trying
it
to push
could in the
now.
back, but it's got to move over.
Oh yeah, it's gonna get it.
There it goes.
Gonna
Yep.
get the back one, which is a
But it will roll out.
Plan B.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Sticks around.
well. Here's an opportunity. You got a lovely tight center guard to draw around. I think that's got to be the shot.
Yep.
Not worth doing anything about that red.
No. Could you tick and split? Would you try that?
You have to be in a position that makes it difficult for Ben to make a draw.
Right.
Yeah,
So not worth it.
it's got to be the draw, I think.
I
here.
mean,
There's
if
nothing else.
the opinion is if you feel that Ben is
That's more of a force situation.
going to be light on his draw and you can get full 12 with the split, then you do that. But I think the play is to draw behind.
Yeah.
Because if you can sit top 4, then you make a big pressure draw on Ben to win.
And this is her last shot.
Yeah, the only good news for Ben here is that he can't lose on this end. The best is going to be a tie.
Yeah.
Let's see, you got to make a good one here.
It's moving already. Wow.
Sweeper's on it.
Has it got the legs?
And they
I don't
promote
know.
it.
It's curling. Oh, it picked as well. I think it's lost the handle.
No.
Where is it going to go?
No. Oh, no.
Is it going to get in the rings?
To get at least
It's
out
picked
count.
back the other direction.
No.
It's not. Oh,
Oh, no.
no. Oh.
That is very unfortunate.
And that is ball game.
Wow.
So tomorrow in your A final, it is Team Dunnam versus Team Broomshooter Awakens. In your D final, it is Team Segovia versus Team Petalpalooza. 9 a.m. tomorrow is our B and C final semifinals. Those will decide the finals for the B and C events that happen at in the afternoon or early afternoon tomorrow.
We had more than one because the multiple viewers watching with their teams.
Yes.
Yeah,
Thanks
so
everybody for joining us. It's been fun. We've learned some things about Scotland.
lots of pressure on Andy to.
We've learned some things about front end players.
Yeah. There's your broadcast team there.
You're not showing yourself there, Kevin.
I know.
Ah.
I was hidden.
Have a good night, everybody. See you tomorrow morning.